just estimate and rate.
All right.
Sorry,
what's your name again?
I don't want to use it.
Janet. Okay. Are you done? So what's the challenge? Talk to me.
That's why he's here.
Yeah, that's one. Okay, it's feeling like your brain is finished. It's enough. Okay, so how many people are?
Okay, so I've gone there. So this is what I want you to do.
So
you are going to trace.
No, mind.
You should do our own. My wife and I. So we now check it. So let's say I rated myself 4. And she rates 8. Why is it 8? That's how that's particular area. Expectations. So it's very important. This is consistent. I do it monthly. It's not something you should. You know why? Because it's going to influence the next to what to do now. Everybody talks about goal setting, right? It's not that people just think of random goals. That's not it. You must be methodical. What are you setting? How do you evaluate it? How do you measure it? Somebody just says, I just in December I must have made 5 videos in US dollars. Alright, if you have marked it, what I now need is I want you to trace it, join the lines. So let's say for example, follow me. Let's say for example, maybe romance is very I keep saying for Alright. If it is 4 and career is 10, join 4 to 10. You draw the lines. If recreation is 6, I know that I'm going to evaluate myself. It probably should be somewhere around 4. So you just mention all the lines and you put it on your life. Will you move forward? So, how many of us have flat tires?
All my tires are flat.
So it shows that there's a lot of work to be done. This is how you set goals. What are the areas of your life that have the lowest satisfaction? So if you have 0, if you have 2, outline them. Those areas that have the lowest. Anything below 6 is low. 6 is 60%.
It's very low.
You see why I don't subscribe to school system where 40% is pass mark? That will not get you anywhere. So what area is the lowest? Just give me one. Okay, if it is personal, no problem.
Is health, finance, fund, and education.
They are tied at the same
They
time.
are all at the same. 4. Okay.
So we should commend you in that area because it means that you have done something to ensure consistency.
Yeah.
It means you still have to do more work anyway. So 4 is the lowest. Wow, that's strong. Well, for me, because we're doing career development, I want to know what's the figure for career. Let's look at that. Auntie, where's your way of life? 5. There's no 5 there.
Where's your
You see, they started doing Nigeria. You brought Nigeria into this thing. Eh? Why not 6? So it's 4. So are you guys seeing these things? Good. So these are the areas that you want to now start getting down to business on. What do I need to do to improve? So for someone that says, okay, you mentioned health, for example.
Yes.
So what do you need to do to improve on your health?
Drink more water,
Rest.
sleep on
How
time.
did you know that?
Sir,
How did you know that?
they told me.
Okay, they've told you before.
They've told me.
Who is the day? Okay, so you trained as a medical doctor. Are you getting where I'm going?
Hmm. So yeah, even like
No! What she did at his best guess.
guess.
But not specific enough.
Hmm.
So if your score is so low and it's a 4, the next thing you should be looking at doing is scheduling an appointment to do a medical checkup. It is the doctor that will now take. That's how it is. But you see, it has become easier. Now I know that look, we are in Nigeria, and I know economy is not smiling. I know. So what you can now do is this: do you have friends that are doctors, that are medical personnel?
I can introduce you to one person and
So
you pay for consultation.
that's the truth. These are the things that you can now do. I have friends that are doctors. My wife is a nurse.
Professional nurse.
So these are people that can now say, they know the right kind of questions to ask you. So in the questions that they are asking, they know the recommendation to give. So they can say, okay, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Improve on it. We had a training, was it this past Wednesday? And the subject matter was food. In fact, it was a master class. Let's just listen to me. Okay, you want to address it? Just listen to me. Let them sort it out themselves because my time is counting down. Yeah. So it was a master class on food, how to eat healthy in this economy. And it is possible. It was very loaded. We just asked the person come and talk to us, and then she gave us master class. That's the privilege of relationships. And she gave us master class. To the point that she was willing to say, you know what, I can give you a customized meal plan. And that's what people need. So people think that some things are expensive, but you see, relationships can bridge the gap. So for your low scores, you want to see someone that has a medical background. I hope you all know that health also includes mental health. So it's very important. It also, okay, so let's keep it there. Now, who else had a low score in a particular area?
Sam, romance.
Okay.
0.
0.
And I repent.
So why are you rating it 0? Nobody has come.
Or you don't like anybody.
Or see, because you see, before you can rate it 0, it means that there is no activity. That's why you can rate something 0. So if you say romance is 0, that means that in the area of relationship, nobody is showing interest in you. Nobody, so we may need to begin to recommend you to a relationship coach so that we can figure out what the problem is, if there is a problem. Like I said, sometimes there may be no problem, it may just be a season. And for some people, there may be a problem. Maybe they don't know how to talk. Maybe they don't know how to manage friendships. So they are rich. So the point is to figure out what the issues are. It's in figuring out what the issues are that you will now set goals. So what are the action plans? That is how goal setting is done. Not all these people that will just come and tell you your goals must be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. And they'll come and pour Agric Economics 101 to us.
Hi.
So this is the right way to set goals. carry out your investigation after you have done your assessment. Again, you don't need to now go and be telling them, and so I did will of life assessment, and so in my health, just go to the doctor, just say, I want to do medical checkup. You don't need to be giving them gist of something that you did. It's not necessary, okay? So if family is the issue, then you may need to begin to check, are there circumstances that you can handle within your control, or the circumstances that are outside of your control? If they are outside of your control, then you may have to learn how to uh, let go. Things that you cannot handle, there's nothing you can do about it. So you leave it. You don't touch it. Focus on the things that you can handle. Because when you focus on the things that you can handle, you begin to grow and expand. And to a certain degree, it begins to find balance on the things that you can handle. Do you understand? So I had to say that, although sometimes it's not a bad idea if you have access to someone that is probably maybe a therapist. These are things that they can touch on. Fun and recreation. I think that one you don't need an expert. You already know. So you must be deliberate. So one thing that you can do, like my wife and I had to do at some point when it was, I think that was when we first had a baby. So our lives were revolving around work, child, work, child, church, work, child, church. It was crazy. We had to say, look, come. We need to start looking at a way to hang out. And babies, once they wake up, they don't want to hear anything. Sometimes, but anyway, thank God ours has grown to a point where there's some independence now, so we can sit down and watch cartoon. And he's going to watch cartoon. So we started having to include things like Friday movie nights. We do the movie in our house. You cannot be taking a child to the cinema. So we do the movie in our house. Switch off the lights, plug in the movie, you make your popcorn yourself, put the drink there, and then even if it's that 2 hours that we can muster, and we can do it 4 Fridays, 4 weeks in a month, at least we have done something. Occasionally we do pillow fight. Yes. We do. See, it is fun. These are things that, because if you are not careful in marriage, you just realize that you have become mechanical and suddenly begin to look like your parents. Okay. Some people are relating. Yeah. So are you getting it? Yes. I'm just giving you dynamics. We do balloon fight. So there are so many things. There are times that, okay, look, let's just take a stroll. Let's see who was new in the estate, and we take a stroll. That way, we're even catching up on our steps, daily steps. At least I still achieved my 5,000 steps yesterday. I was like, yes. So, are you getting how you do these things? So you set it. So by the end of the month, okay. So the things that I implemented, how far have I gone? Has there been improvement? These are the ways that you do it. I hope that helps. That is how you set goals. So in the area of career, if it is a 4, sorry, who has an 8? A 10? 6?
I have 6.
6. These ones are they are serious people. All right. Yeah, so that's pass mark. But you see, it means that you still have more work to do. So what are the areas that you want to improve on? No doubt you already know what you want in the area of your career. If it is more revenue, the point is, what do you need to do? How many books have you read in that area? I hope you know you will read. If you don't like reading, go and get used to it. Go and get used to it. I read so much to the point that I said that I was going to stop reading so that I can be more deliberate about the things I have read. She's here, she can bear me witness. Anna. There was a time, okay, I don't know, I think I shared with you.
Yes.
I set a target, I said I was going to read 100 books a year. I couldn't catch up, I read 73. And then
Yes.
so I read 73,
And then I was sharing it in my circle, and they were like, "It's a lie. How can somebody read 73? Don't you have other things to do?" I just smiled. I said, "They play." All right. So I now went for an event, and then it was an entrepreneurs event. Unleash the Ibadan conference. I still remember very well. Yeah. So I was also part of the organizers. So I was there, and then one of the people we brought on board, auto mechanic. Do you know auto mechanic? Okay, so you don't know auto mechanic. And then he said something. He said he reads at least 500 books a year. I said these are the kind of people I want to be listening to, not people that will tell me it's impossible. Something I did myself, And then you're telling me it's impossible. Am I mad? Will I say I read something that I did not read? That year, I read 204.5. You know what that means? I didn't finish. I read so much to the point that, in fact, let me shock you. When I was getting married to my wife, when we were moving to the house, my box was full of books. I didn't have clothes. I had more books than clothes. She was just looking at me, what kind of person is this one? She used to visit me when I was still in school. She used to see books by my bed.
He doesn't sleep on the bed. His books are not sleeping.
I sleep on the floor, my books are on the bed. You really do. You know why? All the mistakes that you should not make have already been made by people that wrote books. The mistake you should not make is the one that others have made. And reading books is the best way to avoid them. You don't have all the time of your life to experiment. So just get the information that you need. So read. Now, I'm not saying go and set a goal of 200 books per year. Start with one book per month first. Which area do you think? Okay, so let's say for career now, you can start with books in line with personal leadership. Don't start with Brian Tracy. Start with people like John Maxwell. It's easy. Because by the time you begin to go into Brian Tracy books, so that you won't go and give up. But start with John Maxwell. Ease into it. I can recommend John Maxwell. It's very practical and relatable with experiences. Do you understand? Start with that. By the time you have read 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, you have read Attitude 101, you have read, just keep reading those books. You understand? 360-degree leader. By the time you have done that, you're already easing into that environment. And then you begin to realize that it begins to open you up to more areas of interest and like, I can read this, I can read that. There's one I always like to recommend to people also. Okay, maybe I should not.
I'm not right.
It's by Mark Manson. The title is Everything is Fucked.
Okay.
Is he here?
No, I don't think.
Okay.
And there's another one too. The subtle art of not giving a fuck. There's one deliverance that book did for me. It's not to care what anybody thinks about me. So focus on my journey. It also teaches you that life is full of pain, whether you like it or not. We're only working towards the least pain possible. Because there's some measure of pain involved in everything we do. You want to make more money, do you know that there's pain attached to more money too?
Yes, sir.
So I can recommend that as well. It's interesting, but just be willing to open your mind. Please read. Read. Another way to develop. I hope you guys are on LinkedIn.
Yes, sir.
So be on LinkedIn. Follow people. Follow industry experts. Follow them back to back. Be in their circle in case there are opportunities. I've been privileged to attend free master classes just because I was in their circle. In fact, I remember that there was one that I just saw that flash, and I just saw a master class coming up on so. And then I saw it, and I just said, you know what, let me just quickly register now that I've seen it. By the time I was going to come back in the evening, the post had been taken down. You already had the people you needed. If I had procrastinated and said I will come back to it, wahala. I was lucky because that was somebody that never does anything free. And suddenly I just saw free. I was like, hey, let me just quickly register now. By the time I came back in the evening, let me even go and check the details. It was gone. He had taken down the post. I was like, wow. And I had access to it. I had access to free resources, templates. I was grateful. So keep an eye out. There's a way God also helps you. It may be that time you won't know it. Maybe because of you that person that has been uptight will now say, let me just, and you will know that it's because of me that God allowed this thing to happen. But you see, if you are not diligent, those kind of experiences will not happen. So you must be diligent. So we have talked about goal setting. I've talked about the big picture. So once you have set goals, you now begin to break them into long-term goals and short-term goals. In your career, for example, now we can't have a long-term goal again because we are already in September. 3 months is still short-term, it's not long-term. Do you understand? So what do you want to have achieved in your career by December 2023? So these are areas, because based on the rating and the scores, these are things that you want to now check. So you break them down. In the next 3 months, these are the things I want to focus on. Break them monthly into monthly goals. Do you understand? Then break them into weekly deliverables. How many things do I want to work on this week? So that is how to make it easy. Because when you make it too bogus, you yourself, you get tired. And you won't have the strength to keep up. So when you break it down into simpler units, it helps, All right. So, finally, I want to talk about branding and marketing, which is the second to the last phase. Branding is very important. I wanted us to do this, but we don't have as much time to do that because my time should be up right about now. But you see, when we talk about branding and marketing, by the way, I have a branding outfit. I think only Anna is aware of that. I have a branding outfit, and when people say, I want you to do branding for me, what they are essentially saying is they want logo, they want fly. But that's actually not branding. That is just the much work is deeply ingrained. So I said here that from what I posted there, it's Jeff Bezos that said it. Look at that. Let's read it together. Your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. What brought me to virtual learners today is my brand. I was not there when you interact. Do you understand? So what are people saying about you? It's not what you say about yourself. If you like, put a logo of an eagle with a pen and a computer to represent VA that has sharp vision. It's okay. It is the experience that you create that will inform the opinion people will have about you. That is your brand. We talked about Bovas. Their brand is integrity. If you talk about Chicken Republic, what's the brand?
Buy one, get one. Smaller packages, economical.
It's chicken at affordable prices. As simple as that. So these things are easy. MTN.
Everywhere you go. It's everywhere you go.
Their network is fluctuating.
Okay. Glow.
Glow is right.
Are they glowing? Don't give me their tagline. Glow. What comes to mind when you think of glow? That is the brand. That is the brand. Even though the internet is frustrating, that is also a brand.
It's just a brand.
You cannot leave them because they are affordable.
They are affordable.
But you are not enjoying them. That is their brand. But you know why they don't care about you people? Because they are not making their money from people that are using their data plans. They are making their money from Spectranet, Smile, people that they are giving bulk data. That's how they are making their own money. Are we getting something?
Yes, sir.
So, what is the opinion of virtual learners community that people have when you are not in the room? That is actually your brand. So it's an idea in people's mind that has social and commercial value and effect. So a brand is an opinion that can get people to commit financially. So whatever opinion, if you are not yet a brand, if people cannot pay for the opinion that they have about you. That is why rich men wouldn't mind using iPhone. Because the brand is trust. So they pay for security. And middle class will prefer Android because it is affordable and easy to use. That is the brand. Do we get that?
Yes, sir.
So, it's the experience that you create. So, you must be deliberate about that experience. Finally, in the area of branding, you want to keep in mind competition. Who are your competitors? What is giving them an edge over you? These are people that will put you on your toes. Who are your competitors? Do you know that it looks like there's a little competition between Samsung and iPhone?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Even though they don't use the same operating system. So iPhone improves on their camera. Before you know it, Samsung is bringing another phone out with an improved camera. Keeping them on their toes. There's also a healthy level of competition where you choose to stay in the number 2 position. Example, Coke and Pepsi. Pepsi knows they cannot compete with Coke. So we bring our prices down for people that can afford us. We are comfortable with the number 2 position. So, who are your competitors? What are they doing better than you? What can you learn from them? How can you improve on yourself? All right. The final exercise on this branding thing. Pick up your phones. Go on Google. Quickly. Go on Google. Type your name.
To bring down my name on LinkedIn.
Exactly.
Type your name. Search it out. Have you searched?
Yes.
So tell me the first 5 things that came up on that page.
Meaning, origin, language, gender, and popularity. Chief financial officer, the CEO and the co-founder of Bootcamp.
Is that you?
Wow. Yes, that's my name, but your surname. Nothing to.
Any pictures? Nothing. Okay, don't worry, hold it. What about you?
And I've been to managing director, the virtual aid, then my picture, and I've been to certificate validator, then my picture.
Why they bring goodness picture?
I don't know. And I've been to on Instagram, and I've been to on Facebook, and I've been to on, and I've been to Pinterest, and I've been to Twitter.
So, a quick question. When people want to look for you for an opportunity and they search out your name, will they be confused? Will they struggle to figure out who you are?
No.
That's one way to protect your online brand.
So between now and December, do you want it to change?
Yeah.
So put in the work. On branding and marketing, my time is up. I wanted to talk about diverse personalities that you are going to encounter in your business. I won't be able to do that because my time is up. But like I said, I'm going to give you these slides so that you can have access to it. Go through it. It's explanatory. So go through it. I don't give out my slides. So go through it. It's very important. It will help you. I talked about different types of personalities that you encounter and how to relate with them. You don't relate with people generically. It will look too mechanical. And you want people to connect. Remember we talked about branding. And the essence
of branding is to create an experience that people will remember.
And so
that means that people have diverse personalities,
and so you want to ensure that
you customize an experience that suits what they would like,
so that they
will remember you and what you come.
So very, very,
very important.
You can see that it's very late. But for me, the last part is that you have to get to a point where you're performing. That's the last phase of career development. You must take responsibility, ensure that you consistently up your game, speak up when necessary, and play fair. Don't cut corners. So for people
saying that if I had opportunity, I will swallow money. Think twice about it. Right? Because the entire generation is depending on it. Nelson Mandela said that every now and then a generation is called upon to be great. You can't be that generation. The reason is because greatness can generate generation. It's very important to be that generation.
It's in your hands.
And it starts with you. Thank you very much.
You can This is what I want to ask. If given the opportunity now that you have get this, if given the opportunity to choose an iPhone and Android, let's start with that one. Which one? Based on what you have heard now, which one do you still go for? Samsung A22 Ultra.
I'll probably go for iPhone because I have Samsung.
Now the thing is this. I have understood this better. Before I just feel people that use Android just want to have it for class and for okay, I am using, I want to just feel among. Until I understood now that it is about the encryption on iPhone. The day I was fortunate to view my boss screenshot, I saw she can transfer money to me while we are chatting. Before we go. Let me just skip what I want. Let me skip this and just do this. Now, if your WhatsApp on your Android send money to someone from WhatsApp, that shows the level of trust that is embedded in a gadget. Please, I want us to once again celebrate lifeguard for this moment. I was expecting this, but it was beyond what I expected. I said we should put our hands together, clapping. People that are well just leave that and just clap. Yes. With our own, from our own, we don't have much. We don't have money, and we are banking on more relationships. So we are giving this as a token. I'm removing it not because well this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like, and we are grateful for this opportunity. And I'm discussing.
Let's take a picture.
Let's take a picture. Thank you very much. Dominic. Let's thank you so much. Thank you so much.
David and who is the you guys? Bring that back.
Real quick, we'll move quickly. We'll move quickly. Now, yes. All right. Before the next speaker comes on, the next speaker is going to be virtual. In fact, the next 3 speakers will be virtual. And we want the technical team to set that up. You are like that. Thank you. All right. So how many of us have? If you've been enjoying yourself so far, let me see that. You love the fact that you sacrificed this time, right?
Yes.
It's making sense and it's going to be a lot better. Okay, really quick. We will be inviting our next speaker now.
I want to put the profile of our next speaker up. Let's put it
Now, something about this woman.
So something
about this woman is
while we are
ALS,
you know, there are people that they are exceptionally good. I met
two of them during ALS.
Alright, thank you very much. I met two of them during ALS. And the two of them speaking to us.
Now, based off what they have experienced, number one,
and also how they fashion themselves stand out. Now, during ALS, a lot of us were doing a lot of you see the mind of some were
self-centered to themselves,
some were trying to help other people out. And others were just there, like let's just do the assignment, get the certifications and all now. Esther was one of them that when I didn't have the opportunity to relate with that during the experience. However, I was, you know when someone is stalker, online stalker, I was doing that. I was just observing everything that she was doing, and sincerely, they were GS was excellent. GS was excellent. So she was speaking to us about personal development. Much more about who this person is. She exhibits market grace, tenacity, strength of will. When you see somebody strong will, she might be laughing now as I'm saying all of this. But you see someone is strong will. There are two of them are here. I will introduce the second person. So I don't want to go into these details, so, but I just want to, with a clapping ovation, welcome Esther as she speaks to us.
Now the end point before we clap.
Is a camera picture? Before we get
Before we
into
get
that,
into that,
the
end point
is what
you
you
should know.
the end point to what you should know is this. If she speaks to you and your mindset does not shift, you are the one that has the issue. If she speaks to you and at the end of it you are not sharing up towards personal development, because over time I have seen her do a particular thing, and when you feel that is where her excellence lies, she builds, not just builds, she shows you another dimension, like onions. You continue to build, and so this is a clap innovation about Esther here, put your hands together. Before she fly add one, I just want to say one last thing. She has a foundation that trusts, that empowers and also shuns bullies. How many of us were bullied in school? They don't bully any of you in school. Eh? You were the bully. You were all the bully. Please, Esther, you will come and speak with them. I'm the only one that was bullied here. And I remember, I won't say I won't go through that video, so that I'm going to laugh at you. They are already laughing at me. They are already laughing at me regarding for. So please, Esther, you have to thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I hope I am audible. Please give me a yes. Anna, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. First, thank you so much for the welcome. And honestly, I'm a little free jet because I'm wondering, what do I want to tell you that you don't already know? Hopefully, I will say things that will be beneficial to you because I'm always very specific about my audience, and I know that for you to take out time to listen to someone, I don't take people for granted, and I am hoping that I will be beneficial to you in this short time. With that said, I will want to say a very big congratulations to the whole virtual ENA community. Congratulations on your first anniversary. It is a big feat, and it takes consistency. Those who entrepreneurs know, we know ourselves and we know that it's a big feat. So I do not take it for granted, and I hope you do not take your value for granted, knowing fully well that you are going places. Okay, so let's get down to business. Hmm. When I got the invite, I thought of what to talk to you about and how to take this conversation. I decided, do I go the route of creating a long slide? Oh, I have a slide, by the way. Do I go the process of giving you the long slide and telling you lots of aspire to perspire so that you can refire? But I decided no. I believe you've heard that, and if you go on YouTube, there are lots of motivational speakers. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired of hearing all that. I want someone to just come and tell me about themselves. And when they tell me about themselves, I don't plan on taking their life. Mr. Mayowa said something, and I picked it, and I so love it. I don't plan on picking their lives and how they did it and imitate. Rather, I would pick it and learn from their experience. So, I'm going to be telling you a story of how I did it, how I got myself noticed, during the ALX program. And this is it. I am hoping, I'm hoping that at the end of this, you will learn something you can pick that, she was able to use this. So I am going to use it. I am going to do mine this way. And you are not going to imitate what I'm saying, but you're going to sit back when you get home and just ruminate, think of how you can do better. Because I always believe that we can always be better. I've been privileged to speak with lots of youths, and I'm always wowed at the potential that is out there. Conveniently, I've spoken to over 6,000, and every time, forget the limitations that we have. No one can stop you but you. That is, I don't know if you're writing, but please, if at all there's anything I want you to get at the end of this, it is the fact that no one can stop you but you. If you decide that you are going to achieve, no one can stop you from achieving. However, if you decide that this is my limit, that's definitely going to be your limit. No one can make you do better or make you do worse. It's all on you and on God. Okay, so that being said, let me tell you my story. Hmm. I don't like talking about myself because I don't like that I feel. I always feel like, oh, it's me showing off, it's me. But I'm learning that talking about myself also helps another person. It is a lesson for someone else. So before ALX, I had a job in 2019. I did a volunteer job for AfriBA, that is Africa All African Music Award. Yes, in 2019. So a friend of mine called me. This friend of mine is on a wheelchair. He has a spinal cord issue, and he said, "Hey Esther, would you want to come volunteer for us?" I've always been in the events field. Oh my God, I've always done a lot. I've catered to over 20,000 people. So he called me up and said, "Would you want to join us in Afrima this year?" That's 2019, just a year before COVID. And I was like, "Oh yeah, let me see. It would be a great place for me to, learn more and give. I love to give." So I volunteered and I went. I remember before I went that day, I sat and I was like jotting, trying to refresh my memory, what I need to know about the event. And then I picked up, let me check slides. How do I work on my spreadsheets? All that, just in case I wanted to be ready. I love being ready, by the way. I love always being ready. And then the day came, I went for the interview. And I was opportunity to be interviewed by the associate producer. I can never forget. She is now a good friend of mine.
This is the
During the
highest.
interview,
Can you guys hear me?
can you hear me now? Just
So,
let me
are you
confirm.
connected to the Zoom? Are you connected to the Meet?
And I listed a number of things. Oh, I'm good at this, I'm good at that.
If you don't disconnect, it creates the echo.
Anna, did you say, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay, great. So she had a number of things. Can you do this? Can you do that? And I told her all I felt I could do more. And then she said, "Oh, I don't have the final decision. You have to see the CEO. And lucky you, the CEO is around today." And I was like, "Ooh, okay, let's go." And then she took me to his office. As we were going to his office, I met a woman. And then I said, "Hey, good afternoon." Greeted her. And it was all nice, so sweet. Yeah, it was all nice. I hope people will start. But that's my own brand, by the way. I love being empathetic, nice. I'm just trying to give a heads up. So this is you knowing your personal what's it called and how you carry yourself. That really helps. So I went in and then I had the interview with the manager, and the woman came in between and she was like, She looked at me like, what's your name? I told them. So they were like, oh, have you done this? Have you done that? I like them what I've done. And I said, what I have not done, I don't know about this. I'm hoping this will be a great space to learn. And after everything, as I was leaving the office, the CEO and the woman, they started giggling and they were happy, and I was confused. Like, okay, I didn't know that day that I was prompted to that reaction. And much later, during the process of heading up ACMA and for 2019 and us having the event, Esther became a household name in Afrima. People who came, artists who came to Nigeria. I was able to meet great Nigerian artists, by the way. I think that year Subaba was there, Tenny was there. I was able to meet everyone I wanted to meet. And I will tell you what I think I did. Not I think, what I know I did to do that. I was always on my toes, giving my best. I did not care. There were nights, there was a night they had music festival, African Village, and they went to Agege. All the way from what's it called? Eko. I did go with them to Agege. I was I was supposed to be the PA to the associate director, but I took on hospitality. I took on the intermediary in the hotel and Afrima staff. I took on lots of responsibilities. And today I don't regret it. 3 a.m. I was still on my feet until the guys came back from Agege that night. We called the CEO MD because his name is Mike Dada. Mike Dada looked at me that day and was like, oh, okay, Esther, you're still awake. I said, oh, yes, I was waiting for you guys to come back so I can receive the artist and ensure that the get settled. And please remember, I only volunteered for this event. Let me bust it. At the end of it, I was giving thank you to the program. And at the end of it, my boss, immediate boss, who is the associate producer, sent me a long message of saying that we can't tell how much we appreciate what you've done. It's not something that can be measured. And she sent me thank you also, meaning I got 20K from an event I overworked with. From it wasn't a day event, so events that I overworked myself. I spent 1 week at a hotel, by the way, though it was fully paid for by the company. I was sleeping at the office before then. But what made me happy was that during the event, for the concert, the producers, those ones that set up and everything, one of them came to me and said, hey, Esther. I said, yes, I am. She's a white woman. And she said, I was told if I did anything around here, I need to look for a lady called Esther. And I was like, okay, wow. I said, okay, what do you need done? She said, oh, I all their works here. I need this, need that. I was like, I'm on it. I went to this school. I need this done. I need this done. Begin 2 of your days and this I need to. And I was like, fine. And it's done. Series of events like that I won't bore you with, but we had lots of that. And I was able to stay just putting myself out there. I didn't get many as my reward, but oh my gosh, did I get recognition. And I can't tell you how many doors Afrima opened for me as a person. Because I think Awido Komba, I don't know, he's a legend in the music industry. His PA came to me and said, Esther, I want you to come work for us. We see what you're doing. And I said, I didn't work for them for personal reasons. The hair and everything, the ladies were carrying. I was like, whoa. And okay, we start traveling and all, and I didn't want that. That's why I didn't go for that. Lots of offers came in, lots of amazing offers came in through Africa. What I'm trying to tell you is people see. Whatever you do, think nobody noticed. Nah lie. Everybody notices. After that event, my 2 years after, the associate producer called me up, said, "Hey Esther, what are you doing? Are you still in this line of business?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm still in." And she said, "Oh, I'm separated from Africa and I want to set up something similar and I want you to come work for me." I said, "Okay, I will be delighted." But after that, I didn't take up that offer because when I went back to my backbone, tell you my backbone, when I went back to my back, disagreed. I didn't go with that. But what I'm trying to tell you is just with that, those stubborn. And then I told myself, I said, Esther, there is nothing you do that nobody does not notice. They all notice. Everybody see. And since then, I didn't care. I will always throw myself at opportunities. And that is what brought on ALX. So before ALX, another training, I wanted to start making money virtually. So I've done the VA, I've done this and that, and I saw, oh, I'm good at it. But I wanted to sit at home and make money. And then I had a training first. I did online trainings. And then I had another one with an amazing, amazing woman, um, Detroit. And after that, I heard of Alex. And from the first day I got accepted, my decision was to be noticed. I told myself, Esther, I'm going in here. And at the end of the program, must know how the back end works. So, guys, that was the plan. If you do not have a plan, you would not enter it because I believe Mr. Mayowa did amazingly well. Oh my God, my jotter with me and it is full. It did amazingly with explaining lots to us on what is expected, how you should portray yourself, how you should react, and all of that. And I hope you really noted them. So what I'm saying is there was a goal. There was a goal for me, and the goal was to be noticed. And not to be noticed, I wanted to give so that I could receive. I've always been taught that when you give, you will receive. So therefore, Esther decided that she was going to give all she could so that she would be noticed and then she get into the bag. When ELX started, I pushed myself. I have lots of businesses, by the way. I run lots of personal businesses. I dropped all of that. For the period of ALX, I'm telling you now, during the training, I was not going to my store. I was not going anywhere. Beautifully, I have my staff. So my staff was handling, they were handling things for me. I decided that you're just going to throw yourself into this. So I did my research. What is ALX about? What are they doing? What do I want to get from them? I did all that and I kept it. Okay, I'm getting some feedback. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay, great. So, I decided I was going to be noticed. I researched about ALX. I kept that aside. And then when we incorporated into the system, I told myself, I read everything they had on the resources, on the announcement. I said, these guys have time. They expect us to submit their milestones. They have this. And I said, whatever it takes, even if I do all to be noticed, I do not excel. Don't call me. So I decided, Esther, you just have to call. So I ensured that Wednesday milestones were expected to be completed, I think Sunday. I was ensuring Wednesday was my time, which means I've read everything. And there were some that were opened, I think, Wednesday night. If that's the case, I'm submitting Thursday morning. And this was me putting in all I could. And then I was always on huddle, on call, on the call. I remember back then my people would be like, "Hey, you always a call." Oh, sorry, on the call. And I'll be like, making new friends, making new relationship, helping people so I can be helped. I've always believed when you help us, you will receive. So 11 p.m. you will see me on the corridor. And then I made lots of friends. Port one was beautiful because we had all countries in pace rated. I milked it, guys. I milked it. And when I read, I will come back. And when people have questions, I don't keep quiet. That was not the goal, remember? I wrote down, I knew my goal. So I always talk. I was always talking. Please, when I say I talk, I don't mean I was saying things that were not relevant. Because when you talk, your relevance has to show. Nobody knew Esther before this call. I don't think anybody seated aside from David, and I don't think you guys knew me. But when I opened my mouth, you decided where to place me in your head. That's the way it worked for everyone. And some of you are deciding, she seems cool. We are deciding, I'm still waiting. And that's the way it is. So please, whenever I talk, ensure that you say things that are relevant. If it's not relevant, keep quiet. That's what I learned over time. If it's not relevant, I am keep quiet. I am not saying anything. That was what I did over time. I was always talking, and people ask questions. I will research and dig it. In my squad, I ensured that I was always on top of everything, and this I did till third week of program, till the third week of program, and then oh, it was the second week I got a message. Programmed for 8 weeks. Second week, I got a message saying, "Hey, we noticed what you're doing. We appreciate you, and we want to recognize you." That day, it was like I won a jackpot. Because remember, now my goal, and first thing on the list was to be recognized. So when that happened, I was like, "Yes, this is it. This is what we've been looking for." So I was like, "Oh yeah, great." And another thing is, please, guys, empathy. Oh my God, courtesy, everything. I'm a queen of soft skills. When it comes to technical skills, AI is taking over. Sorry, I'm digressing. AI is taking over, but what AI cannot take from us is human relationship. But AI taking over doesn't mean AI will push us or relegate us. No. If you are seasoned and if you have what it takes and you always learn and build yourself, oh my God, you're going to be in the forefront. And for me, I was always milking that. I ensured I was empathetic, I was always soft spoken, communication, all those were my own packaged together was what I was using to win everyone to me. And it's still what I use. I've had the privilege to interview all 50 people. 50 when I was as a community ambassador, I interviewed. After that, I still lots of interviews for gold fellows, for ALS, and what I was interviewing them on was their soft skills. Is what I feel everybody should be on. Okay, so back to my story. So when they came and they told me, "Oh, are you interested in this?" I said, "Yes, please," because that's what I've been waiting for. And then they told me, "Oh, send a picture. We want to recognize you." Third week of the program, I was recognized. And that brought in more people. Esther, I saw you were recognized. Can you help with this? Can you? That's when I learned the place of humility. You see, in this life, in small thing like this, if you are not careful, if you are your head. I'm sorry, I'm speaking pigeon, but I just want to read it. If we're not careful, we tend to misuse to opportunity. I saw a lot of people that I learned, and I am still learning. Never come. So I sat there and had people coming in, Esther, please help me with this. And I ensured as much as I could. I was giving everyone my best. If I could give you my best, I would redirect you. Oh, I need to ask this person. I feel I can help with that. And that's what I always do. Please, oh, that is the point. If you think I'm not the person for that job, take it. I'm sorry, there's a place of learning. But Esther is telling you, if you know you do not have the passion, don't push for it. Don't push for it. I've learned that there's the place for passion. You know this is you. My God, go in depth all the way. Milk it. But if it's not you, be humble enough to say this is not me. And drop it. So Esther was always helping more people, and I didn't know that was even being noticed. And then fifth week around, remember the program was for 8 weeks. The fifth week came around, and I got a message. We want to work with us. I was like, yes, that I've been waiting for. I wanted to the back end. And by the end of the sixth week, the beginning of I think yes, the end of sixth week, I was already working as a community ambassador. And by the end of the seventh, we were already on the next cohort, helping bring in more people. But do you know what I did? I didn't stop. I started reaching out to people I was reaching to people in the company and learning. Oh my God, I was learning. Was every searching. If they bring up a task and saying, "Oh, Esther, we are thinking of doing this," I don't know it, and it's okay sometimes to say you don't know it, but there's the place when it comes to work. Full. So I would always go to the back. As you are talking, I'm researching. I'm trying to learn about so that I don't come up looking stupid. We've gotten to that age, that era where the internet is there to its full potential capacity for us to just milk, go all in and learn. So at this stage when someone is saying, oh, I want to create a pool on Slack, or I want to do, and then you are looking like you don't know your onions, God, that is not a good thing on you as a virtual assistant. So when I got that opportunity, we got in and the work started, it was great. But I know back I also knew that I wanted more. So what I did was I didn't relax. I gave more, more. Comes a time if you want more, you have to give more. I was giving more. My junior manager, which is the person in charge of me directly, will come and say, "Hey, Esther, I feel there's something to do with her." She was the area expert then, and she would tell me, "Hey, Esther, I'm thinking of doing this, doing that." I'll tell her, "Don't worry, just drop it on my plate. I will handle it." And I was there. I didn't know anything about it, but I would do my own work, research, and I will come out with things. Ask her, "Do you think this is okay? Do I go further and do more?" And again, I didn't know. Oh, around I didn't know it was being noticed. I know it was noticed. So when the internship came to an end, and we were to be let go of, my backbone already told me that you are coming back to this place. I knew, and I wanted to start searching for jobs and all that, but nah, I wasn't called to do that. Aside the fact that now I knew my honors in the virtual space and I knew what I could do. Because as I was there working for them, I wasn't just sitting down and saying, "Oh, this is where I'm working, I'm fine." No, no, no. I was doing other things. I was learning. I was researching. Because please, people, there's that space for your learning, growth, growth. Always look at how you can get better. If you feel, oh, I'm at the space right now where I am 5% as at this, please push. Next week I want to be 10. Next week, upper week I want to be 15. Every week I have a planner at work. Every week I write, I log in how my work went. Every week without fail. Every week. So when I went in. Oh, let me just complete my story about ALX. So much later, after the internship finished, we were home for less than a month, and I got another recommendation from my manager saying that, "Oh, Esther, I saw that you did so great." And wanted you in the company, even if you are not working directly under me. So I recommend you to another department. I and two others were recommended, and I saw the letter addressed to the three of us. And from there, I was able to get another department. So now, in my current department, I am always there having my work structure with my plan. I write out my plan every week without fail. So when Esther comes out at the top, it's not because Esther is so good at what she does. No, because I looked at my last week. Oh, this is where I'm falling short. Oh, I'm very good at this. Okay, this, and then I work on my low points, and where I am high, I ensure that I improve. But you see those low points, I push them. But let me give you a small gist of what I extract. I work with the talent experience, and what we do is ensure that learners have amazing experience working throughout their learning journey and after. My manager says that I am the problem solver of the team. But what everybody agrees on is Esther is the empathetic one. And that is what I intentionally do. In team, guys, this is me talking about teamwork. In the team, I don't joke with it. I try to bring everyone together. When I say bring everyone together, Monday morning, typing, "Hey, hello, how are you? Hope your weekend was good." I'm sending it across to everyone. Sometimes, at first, people were wondering, why is she doing this? Is she just wanting to be on our good side? But over time, it became a thing of, "Hey, Esther, I'm not feeling good," and I just felt like the best person for me to talk to. If I am led to leave this company tomorrow, what I am sure of is that if anyone in my team sees or I have opportunity to say, oh, they want to recommend me, they will be recommending positions where empathy, customer service, empathy, and all that is required. That is because I intentionally worked on it. And people, please, I wish I could see your faces. There's this thing about your time management. Please don't joke with it. Communication is key. When I'm not able to get to work, I'm always there. Everybody. I don't, there was a time I was not feeling too well. I told the junior manager, I told the senior manager, I sent messages to every single person in the team. I'm not feeling great, guys. And I don't think work is going to be so smooth today. Do you know the thing? Everybody sends back a feedback. Hey Esther, we're sorry to hear that. Yada yada yada. Leave your job and do this. The other person, everybody. Do you know the next meeting? Everybody, what they had to say. Hey Esther, how are you? What is happening? When I got back to work the following week, just last week, yeah, I wasn't at work. I just got back last week. Everybody had something to say. Hey Esther, how's this? But it all come to play because of the communication. I saying is easy, Loriro. Easy. I don't find it easy going around telling people that sometimes I'm not even feeling comfortable talking to them about it. But I do it because I know communication is key. With your time and your work, there's this thing I do. I don't care the meeting. I'm there 10 minutes before. So, which means that sometimes two meetings will be clashing. You know what I'll do? I'm here 10 minutes before, I put on my tie, and I'm on the other one 10 minutes before. I don't joke with it. My colleagues always late. They say, Esther, I don't think you're African. We laugh about it. But do you know, they always say, first person we can see in the any meeting, monster. There was a day I got to a virtual meeting late. Got there very late, and I know when I say very late, 10 minutes late, but that's very late for me. My internet was issues, and then I somehow I just got to that meeting late, and that was the first time. And the next thing I said was, when it was my turn to talk, I said, apologies, I'm so sorry, guys. And then everybody just on me and started laughing. They said, finally, we can feel you're human. You came to the meeting late and we are so happy. And I was like, and they said, because now we know you are African for once. They were like, you're always at the meeting early. It's good, but we appreciate it. But this time around, we are just happy that late. This is good. To me, I was happy after that call. I was happy because I have set a standard for myself that everybody now knows. I'm looking at the time because I intentionally did not take you through my slide because I know I decided to turn it into a story time for you because I know you just had a lecture. So I decided to do more of a story time so you can just relax but at the same time learn. I really hope somebody picked something. I really hope. But please, people, communication is key. Your personal branding. Do you have a planner? Me, I have lots of plans. I have a book. In it, every day I have to write if I exercise, the time I exercise, the books I have to write and tick. I have to write how much I spend. Yeah, I write the I write the book like that. It's a planner for a whole year. And let me bust your bubble. In that book, I write what I eat morning, afternoon, night, and snacks. That way I am accountable. Last thing I want to talk about is who's your mentor. Over time, I've had people walk up to me, hey Esther, I want you to mentor me. I had one of my tea. Oh my god, I love the girl so much. Big girl. She just finished, she's just entering university. Abigail is going to be a software engineer and I can't wait. Oh my god, I can't wait. So I did my event and I spoke to them. She walked up to me and she said, you are going to be a mentor. She I want you to mentor me like every other kid would do. She looked at me and said, you are my mentor from today. And I was shocked. I was like, oh Abigail, really? She was like, yes, my name is Abigail. And I was like, wow, really? I'm your mentor. She said, yes. I was like, okay, fine. She said, I'm going to send my report every month, after every term. And I want you to be able to keep me on my toes. I was like, wow. This girl never failed. Never. She was always sending me reports. This is it. This is it. This every time. Right now, I know where she's. I know the university. I know plans. I know everything. So I want to ask you, that mentor that you have, yes, you, that mentor, Fa, are you waiting for your mentor to call you or you are the one calling them? See, forget it. No matter, every mentor has a mentor. Every mentor has a mentor. I have financial mentors. They monitor my spending. They monitor how much I'm saving. I have career mentors. And I have mentors from afar that they don't even know that they are my mentor, that they are my mentor. I have them. And then I have the main mentor, who is the Holy Spirit. Apologies to non believers or non Christians or non Christians that don't have that personal relationship. But ooh, I have a devoted one. And I can tell you how that mentor has been of help to me. It restructured my life. And I want to ask you, how are you packaging yourself? You have heard everything Mr. Mayowa said. That was why I intentionally did not go through the long route. You've heard it. And they all matter. They all matter. I told you I had to note. Now you know the steps, you know everything you're expected to. Oh, you're setting your goals, you're doing that. Okay. Okay. Heard. But what is your purpose? Have you even discovered your purpose? Do you not discover your purpose? You feel you will come here and you have all that. Oh, I aspire to fire. It's all, I'm sorry, but it's all a lie. Start from the beginning. Know your purpose. This is why I'm here. Okay, now take that purpose, break it down. How do I achieve it? I have this goals. Okay, now align. Every week, this is what I will achieve towards my goal. Take the every week, put it in. Every month, this is, sorry, every day, this is what I plan to achieve. Now, break the everyday to hours. Remember, I said at the beginning, please, nobody can stop you. Mr. David asked me a question. He said, on LinkedIn, I noticed you've not been posting. I decided to take some time off. And I'll tell everyone, we are in the virtual space together. But of course, there are times you will take the space, the time off, just want to go rejuvenate. When you take that time off, please do not let it be for so long and come back with fire. Don't come back the same way. I don't post regularly, but I still see things. I still check how relevant I am. We still how is my inside looking like? What are they saying? Okay, what is this? And I still check my inbox. If I'm not seeing people offering me jobs, like I'm not taking the jobs, but I have to see that they are offering me. It's one of what I use to gauge myself. I still go in and say, "Oh, sorry, right now I'm occupied, but I have someone. If you are interested, who can take up the position, because I know them and I have groomed them myself. I can give them to you." But I use all that to check my relevance in that space. And please, I'll beg you, when you go online, you will see a lot. Social media is not helping us. It's helping and it's not helping. People are building that success thingy, and it's looking like, oh my god, everyone has achieved, and you come there and you're living like depressed. The new thing, everyone is shouting, LinkedIn is like the space where they are just depressing us now. 24-year-old has achieved. Fine. What is depressing you? You start now. Told you your time has gone. But this time has gone. And it's not a race. I think we keep making that mistake. We all want to just be, this person has done it, I must do it. No, 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 no. I don't do things like that. I sit back. What is this person doing? Okay, great. Is this something for me? If yes, how will I do it different and better? If I'm not doing different and better, I'm not interested. Because Ella has to stand out. I don't care. I have to stand out. I've always believed that. I've always believe standing out, be unique, be excellent. If not, don't dabble into it. Now we've heard a lot, we know a lot, and I'm going to stop talking in the next 3 minutes precisely. And I hope somebody has learned something. Know yourself. Who are you? When you know yourself, work on you. Work on you. Love yourself. People, please love yourself. Nobody, not even your husband or your wife, can love you more than you love yourself. Love yourself. Prioritize self love. And then work on yourself. Be true to yourself. Always tell yourself the truth. You see all the stories I told you? I don't like talking about it because I always tell myself, Krista, that is your past. If I keep dwelling on my past, I don't see what is in the future. But I am interested in my future. I know it's bright, but if I sit on my hands, it's not going to come. So I'm always interested in working on how to achieve that forward success. So please, if your past was not okay, it's fine. That's why it's the past. Don't let it change your mindset, redirect you, and then you are just looking. Oh, yesterday was not okay. Excuse me, that in the yesterday. Tomorrow you don't know tomorrow. Fine. What about today? Today is your gift. That is why it's called a present. Is your gift. What are you doing with it? Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you've learned a thing or two. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for that. Wow, that was very impressive. Oh my God. We can't recover from this boot camp anytime soon. We can't. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. Wow. So do we have questions? Is there something you would like to ask? Do you have questions before we move on? No, you want to ask? Feel free. Okay. There's a question for you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma.
And we are thankful for the presentation you gave to us.
I would like you to kindly shed more light on personal branding. Like, how do you want to showcase yourself on your social media pages for people to get you noticed? Because I know of various people
Okay.
that they post on social media, but they don't get much engagement. Though they have followers, but they still don't get engagement. So I'm curious to understand how. How can you grow your personal branding? Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that question. So, growing your personal brand. I'm going to say this slang that is everywhere now. Evidence. Evidence. What is your evidence? See, we have lots of people and lots of resources online now. So you're trying to grow your personal brand, but I'm going to ask you, what is your evidence? Are you the type that you come online and you're saying, as the VA, growing this to make a video telling people about this? I'm going to ask you, what's your evidence? I'm laughing because that is what I discovered early, and that is what I actually used ALS as a stepping stone to develop my evidence. I have lots of learners that I assisted to get jobs. I have lots of people I'm teaching personally. I'm talking about my evidence now, since I used myself as the example. I'm teaching personally, and they come and then they give this review, talk about me. They come to say thank you. They drop messages in my DM, and I pick that I post. Those are my evidence. So now when I come and I say aspire to perspire in this aspect that I know something there, when you come there, you do not immediately click and say, oh wow, aspire to perspire, and you click like. No. Do I tell you what you do? Because that's what we all do. You leave that and you click on my profile. You go down, you read, you say, okay. Then you go to look for evidence. What has she done or what is she doing? And then when you see evidence, you come back and you click like. So when you're trying to look for the likes and look for the unhealthy, nah, please let's not be in a haste to grow our brand. Our brand is you. Your brand is everything you. And I have learned that if you want to grow that, you are growing yourself. So please, it is a gradual process. If you have 2 likes today, leave it at 2 likes. But leave that one and be growing your evidence too. You bring your evidence in. As a virtual assistant now, remember you're probably not in my space helping people, interviewing and all of that. It's fine. But now you are doing wonderful work, and then your manager is giving you this amazing recommendation, review, all of that. Those are not things to hide. Those are things to you look for a nice way. That's what I do. You simply come and you say, oh, so person, you are so amazing. Thank you so much for the wonderful words. This, and you put that there. Evidence. Tomorrow you put another one. Next tomorrow when you post, I will engage. And then you are building your personal brand. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much for that. Do we still have questions? Anybody? We still have a question. Okay.
Okay, I would like to also ask when ALX training is coming up again.
Oh my god. Okay, you want to know when ALX training is coming up? ALX is currently running one, and the next cohort is starting pretty soon in October. So currently applications are out for software engineering plus intro to software engineering, Salesforce administrator, DA, that's data analysis. Currently we don't have DS, that's data science for the coming in cohort, and then we have AWS, that's cloud computing. But there's a but. This current cohort is going to be paying um admin fee. So the fee is just $300 for most of the programs except software engineering and software engineering, intro to software engineering. Intro to software engineering is just $150, while software engineering is $400. I do not know if cohorts after that is going to be charged, so I can't tell you right now. However, the current application is running if you're interested, and trust me, it is a great platform to build on. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that update. We are very grateful. Thank you very much. Do we still have questions? Anybody? All right. Over to you, David. Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Esther. It's great to have you join us. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, okay. Okay. All right. All
All right.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Esther. Like I was expecting, I got more than
what I bargained for. That scenario.
what you thought that was supposed to do. Yeah, something bigger than
More than what I ordered.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
And I really appreciate the honor of speaking to you. And I'm sure you guys have learned a lot. Yes? Please let's clap. Okay. So we're moving on really fast because one of the speakers, in fact, the remaining two speakers, one of them, she's having a live session, and I don't want to miss it by 5. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but she's going to help me with the presentation. So anyway, now wasting much time. This person, I don't do competitions. I do collaboration. And in collaborative spirit, before you collaborate with someone, you know that this person does something that you want to do. The other call it competition. But I prefer collaboration. It's what I intentionally do. Now, this person, the history behind we coming together was all she just slide into the DM. All of it that single. I am waiting to be found. She's laughing. She found me and she just, hey, I want to do this video. Would you be interested? And in my mind, finally it goes to me. Yes. So when we have conversation I discovered that though she look like someone like that, she's not generally small stature, but she's powerfully loaded as well. Powerfully loaded. So I needed to go down to here then I said, see, I'll be following you back to back. Like I'm following you like it's for me. Don't see it as imitating. It's not imitating. It is me wanting to gain experience and technicalities around someone that is pushing it out. I don't know the background. Ask Anna. Last time I tested my personal Facebook or my personal Instagram. Or even personal LinkedIn. But I have other things. But on my WhatsApp, I use scattered things. But my friends are not about WhatsApp anything. Okay, just one thing. Now, what am I saying is that when it comes to different spaces, you recognize your authority in that space, and you submit to them. That's how you go. That is how you go. And I realized how mom, she's a mother, and she's a married wife. So for you to share what you be going through or what you went through, you know that it's not this. Tell people that are single. Let's not feel ourselves. It's not the single that's great. So without wasting much time, Mrs. Goodness, she's a faces. Before let me give you what she is or what she stands for. She's a faces certified. Who knows what faces is? PAC. Let me. let me just expose ideas. You know how people that sell pepper used to have association. The people that sell used to have association. It's only in Nigeria that virtual assistants don't have association. They are beginning. Now, she's one of the people that is fronting myself, Esther, and we are trying to, we've not had a conclusion from our vision. We are pushing towards that direction. Now, she is an American administrative assistant. So, someone that is not our president. I'm sorry to say. We have to educate, but when someone
Dave, you don't do. You don't
so please welcome to as I will take you for the moment around personal, online branding. Please give a round of applause. You have to love. Okay. Yes, we are mute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Apologies for that. So Nigeria happened. All right. Thank you so much for that introduction. You just know how to wash my head, Sha. So everyone, it's so good to of course I can't see you guys, but it's so good to be here with you. And it's truly a privilege to be a part of this wonderful occasion. Congratulations to you, my friend. I mean, it's not easy. 1 year no be beans. I mean, we know how difficult or how hard it is to run a business in Nigeria. So I am super proud of you and congratulations once again. See, this is just the beginning of many more things to come.
Amen.
So I am going to be speaking on the topic branding for virtual assistants. I'm going to be as fast as I can because I have somewhere to be by 5 p.m. So am I permitted to share my screen, please?
Yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
All right, let me know when you can see my screen, please. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So, like Dave said, I'm a PACE certified executive assistant, and it's funny because I recently found out about virtual assistant. I recently discovered that you can earn money working from home just last year, and ever since I started working as a virtual assistant, I can proudly tell you that that is one of the best decisions that I've ever made in my life as a person. And since then, I have been struggling to find my place in this industry. I am also the founder of my VA Talk series, which is a YouTube channel that is dedicated to providing valuable insights and game-changing strategies for both virtual assistants and small business owners. The reason for this YouTube channel is to help people who are like me, like 1 year or 2 years ago, who didn't know what virtual assistant is or how they can start or how to overcome the challenges that they come across as a virtual assistant. And if you are in this position or you know someone that is in that position, this YouTube channel is for that person. So it is going to launch on the same day that we'll be having our Empowerment Summit, which Dave is a partner. So we are, Dave and I, we are trying to organize this virtual assistant empowerment summit for virtual assistants. Like Dave said, Nigeria is probably the only, I'm just using, I'm going to say probably because how many countries I don't go. But I can say that Nigeria is probably one of those countries that do not have a association and recognition. As a matter of fact, there are a million people out there who do not know that what virtual assistant is. Like I was telling, I don't know if it's Dave or someone else, but I was explaining to someone that recently when I went to renew my international passport, I was there, Nigeria, what's up, Lagos. So I was waiting for my passport to be renewed, and it was taking longer than I thought it would. So at a point, I told the guy there, please, 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 hurry fast. I have a meeting by 3. I need to go to work. When I was saying this, the guy was looking at me, this afternoon, go to work, which work? I told him, yes, I need to go to work because I'm a virtual assistant and I work from home. Now, so to this start, we had to start, I had to start explaining myself, what a virtual assistant is, what I do, and all of those things. So this summit is going to be an opportunity, an avenue for us to create awareness and let people know that the fact that we are staying at home and we have laptops does not make us Yahoo boys and Yahoo girls. That we actually work and we earn decent living, we earn legit living. Okay, and it's also an opportunity to promote, to celebrate Nigerian virtual assistants because what we are doing is not easy. That we are staying at home does not mean it's easy. We all deserve to be celebrated.
Yes.
So, on my agenda for today, we're getting right into it now. This is serious business. I'll be walking us through the importance of online branding, how to build your personal brand, positioning yourself online, that is your virtual blueprint, and then I'll be giving you practical branding tips before we go into the question and answer session. So why is online branding important? When you tell people, my name is Goodness Njugwe, I'm using myself, of course, as an example. Some of them, when you are there still talking blah, 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 the first thing they do is to pick up their phone. And then they go to Google. And then they type Goodness Njugwe. And then they start saying, oh. It is when they do that, that is when whatever it is they are saying at that moment, that is when it's making sense to them. Why? Because they've seen your virtual blueprint. So we was in this when my days, at ALX. I know Dave has already said that. I mean, Esther and all of us not like, So my days at ALX, Joy said something, and she was talking about this virtual blueprint. When people type your name and search your name online, what do they see? That is what, like, sometimes you type out people's name and you're seeing Slay Queen, you're seeing chilling with my guys, you're seeing, and you're supposed to be a professional. I'm not saying all of those things are bad, but that is why I'm very, very careful. See this Twitter space, these eggs, I don't leave unnecessary comments there. So I'm going to give you a brief story of what happened. One of my friends, we're trying to, whenever I get opportunities, I try to outsource, give it to my friends and all of those things. So this lady, very, very, like, she has a lot of potential, and I was 100% convinced that she was going to get that job. So when I shared her LinkedIn profile, of course, that's what the person asked for. She didn't even ask for resume, and it wasn't surprising because these days, that is what almost everyone is asking for. They'll ask you for your LinkedIn, they'll ask for your Facebook, they'll ask for your Instagram, all of your social media accounts. Have you ever sat down to ask yourself, why are they asking for all of these things? So when I took her LinkedIn, I didn't even go through it. I didn't even check it because I believed in my heart of hearts that her LinkedIn profile was perfect. There was no issue. So I copied the link the way she sent it. I forwarded it to the lady, this lady that was looking to hire. So there was something that was on her LinkedIn page that didn't sit well with this lady. I'm not going to go into details, but long story short, this lady did not get this job because of that. And that was really, really heartbreaking because I can swear, I don't vouch for people, but I can swear that she was going to do exceptionally well at that job. But that was how she lost this position. So if tomorrow, you are doing anything, in the social world, my advice for you is to be very careful. So why is online branding important? It helps establish trust. When people set you up online, and then they're seeing, okay, okay, oh, this is what she's been doing, just like my friend Esther said. There is this, and that is why we have LinkedIn recommendation. I have my boss there. Must you, as long as we've had a relationship, I have joy there. You have to give me that review. You have to give it to me. And there is a reason why I accept that review. Tomorrow, even when you are not with those people, it is easier for people to say, okay, let me go through this person's LinkedIn page. And that recommendation enough that is on your social media platform is enough for them to believe and to trust you with that task. So why is online branding important? The number two there is it differentiates you. That is what sets you apart from the crowd. I was telling Dave the other day that the virtual assistant industry is oversaturated. See, the fact that we're working with international clients, it may not be a thing here in Nigeria, but it is oversaturated. The first time I went into Upwork, my eyes saw shaking. You see Philippines, you see Indians, you see Palestinians, like all these people. It's virtual assistants, all of them, they're all virtual assistants now. So your brand is what differentiates you from those Pakistanians, from those Philippines, and back home here in Nigeria. This is what differentiates me and you. This is what differentiates us. So what makes you stand out in the crowd? What makes you stand out in the noise? That is your brand, and that is why it is very important for you to establish that brand. And the third point I have here is it attracts clients. Yes, I have seen people, I've heard testimonies of people, they just came across the social media platforms and, ooh, this person did not apply for this job. This person did not apply. They didn't know this person was hiring. But they came across their social media platform, and then they went to their page, and then they slid into their DMs, and then they're like, blah, 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 and before you know it, job has started. So when you position yourself well, when you position yourself properly as an expert in what you do, you don't need to struggle. That is why when people say they are on LinkedIn, hey, I've been on LinkedIn 8 months now, no job, bro. And then you go to their page. You don't even have a proper headline. You don't even engage. It's no post. Nothing to show that you are a virtual assistant, aside the fact that you wrote virtual assistant here. But when you position yourself very well, it attracts clients to you because you don't even need to sell yourself. It sells you. And then it boosts credibility. They don't need to go far and look for you because when they come to your LinkedIn page, okay, I can trust this person because so and so person recommended this person. Okay, she is who she says she is. Sometimes even when they have the interviews with you, maybe they did not get the chance to check out your social media platform before the interview, you will still see. That is why if you are using LinkedIn Premium, you'll be catching them. Because after the interview, they'll still come to your social media page to come and check you out. And that LinkedIn likes to gossip. Unlike other social media platforms, they'll tell you someone followed you, and it's only for people that are using LinkedIn. You understand? For you to see that these people, they really do check you out. Dave, can you please confirm if you can hear me?
It's on your. Just saying we can hear.
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm that. Okay. So, how can you build your personal brand? So people are saying we are talking about branding. Then how can we do it? One, you have to define your unique value proposition. Forget the English. What is unique value proposition? It is who you are. It is what sets you apart from the market. It is what sets you apart from the noise. What makes you outstanding. It is the reason why clients should choose me. The reason why I am the solution you are looking for. The reason why it can never be anybody else. It has to be me. That is your unique proposition. So it is the value it is the promise of value that you deliver consistently to your clients. The reason why they should choose you over other virtual assistants, including international virtual assistants, American virtual assistants, and they will still pay you what they will pay even those what's it called? Let me call them expert level, as they say in quotes. That is your unique value proposition. So why is crafting this your unique value proposition? Why is it essential? Why is it crucial? Like I've said before, it helps you to stand out. It is when they call your name, yes, I know this person. Have you ever had someone say, I'm not talking about those that are known for negativity. Maybe you are in a network of virtual assistants and then they mention a name and you are like, yes, I know this person. Yes, I know this person. Just because, just by the mention of your name, that is what that person is known for. That is how the person has positioned themselves. So anywhere you hear their name, that there is something that comes to your mind. That is that person's unique value proposition. And then the second thing about crafting your UVP is it is client centric. That is, it addresses your client's pain points and needs directly. You're not cutting through the corners. You are, the easiest way to convert clients is when you let them know that you are the solution to their problem. You cannot get a client that you don't even know the problem they have in the first place. If a client is having issues with booking their flights, and you have gone through these clients, you have done your research, and then you notice that they are having issues with flight booking, and you are a virtual assistant and you are having an interview, and then you start telling them how you were able to save 50% of the budget on the booking flights, and how you were able to, and you are giving this, you are bringing this, I'm going to use the word my friend said, with evidence. You have this evidence with you, it is everywhere on your social profile, you have your portfolio, that client, there is no way that person will not hire you because you have spoken to them. There is something my boss was, my business coach was saying, when we were talking about customer avatar for my business, and she was saying, what is the problem that your clients have that you have the solution for? Because that is what makes you stand out. They have a problem and you are the solution. But if you do not know the problem they are having, how can you provide solution? So that is why it is essential, it's why it is important to know to craft your UVP, because it is client centric. It is not about you now. No, it is not about you at all. And that is why sometimes when you go to people's LinkedIn page, and that is the mistake I was making when I was on Upwork. Everything was about me. I am this one, I am that one, I have this certificate, I have this one. Who sent your papa? Nobody cares. What they care about is me. What the clients care about is themselves. And no, it's not selfish, because if I'm going to pay you, I am paying you for you to deliver value to me, for you to help solve that problem I'm having. So the next reason why it is crucial for you to craft your UVP is it helps build trust. Like I said earlier, it establishes credibility. So when clients see that you offer something special, they will trust you, because I know I cannot get it anywhere else. I will hold you. It's just like the story of this lady that she came to me. She was telling me, that was, I think it was last year, that she's been looking for a job. Of course, we attended the same AP class. That was when I was on fire on LinkedIn. So I told her, let us start with this thing. Okay, I attended the LinkedIn makeover class session. So I said, okay, I'm going to give you a few points, even though it is paid for. I'm going to help you. So I shared the thing with her, and she was able to, take it off from here. But one thing she did that I would have learned from was she didn't just focus on LinkedIn. She took that revamp, she went to all of her social media platforms and she revamped it, and she was, posting on all social media platforms, not just LinkedIn. And that was a very big mistake on my end, and I'm going to tell you why later in this program. So she was doing this, and then she joined this group. There was this group that I joined, and we were, you find jobs every weekend, they will send you jobs, every weekend they will send you jobs, So I shared this group with her. She joined in, and she started, engaging in the group. She was posting comments, attending all of these events. And one day, someone posted a job. They were looking for virtual assistants, and they needed someone in this time zone, in their time zone. Of course, it was for Americans. But she slid into this lady's DM and she told this lady that she wants to, like volunteer for her pending when she finds, that is how she puts it. She wants to volunteer for her pending when she finds a virtual assistant. And then the lady was like, okay, why would you want to do that? I don't, we don't do free things here. Yeah, I think it's mostly in Nigeria. I'm not going to say that, but we do like free. But some people in this Western world, they don't allow you work for free, even though there are people that want to take advantage of you. But she's among those people who do not believe in free labor. So she was like, okay, because of the times, and I know you are in Nigeria, you are. She said, no, she's single, she doesn't have any kid, though. She can stay till 2 a.m. She can work US time zone, but let me just volunteer for you. And they have this chat, they have this call, they talk about it, then she started working. This lady was supposed to volunteer for 3 weeks. She didn't even finish 2 weeks. Offer has landed. This was a lady that was the client was looking to hire someone in her time in the United States. She hired a Nigerian and she was paying this lady. Her first job was $20 per hour. She came because of course she knows where she find me is made in that period. She was creamy. We were talking on the phone. She was like she was crying and talking at the same time. So when you have, and it's all because when she slid into this lady's DM, I am sure, even though Facebook will not tell me, I am sure this lady went to her Facebook profile to go and check her out. And if she has seen Slay Queen chilling with my friend and 5 others, it wouldn't speak well, about her. But she was able to position herself. She was able to position herself on all social media platforms, and that was how her life changed for the better. So, how do you craft your unique value proposition? One, you have to identify your strengths. Sometimes there is some profiles I see. One person virtual assistant, one person web, like you're going to see like 10 different titles on someone's headline. Even things that you do as hobby, you put it there as your headline. My sister, remove that in first, remove it. Start deleting all of them. So it is, if they are all related, that is good. If they are all related, it is good. Maybe virtual assistant, executive assistant, personal assistant, it is good. But only you are virtual assistant, only you are, what other job description will I use? What is your strength? I am not talking about hobby, like what you enjoy doing. These clients that you are looking for, what is their pain point? How good are you? What is your unique abilities? What is your unique qualities? What are your skills? What are your experiences? What are you exceptionally good at? What your boss, if you have boss, what do they praise you? That's that when you do you got people, if you've been opportune and blessed and lucky to work with all these people with good hearts, they will praise you and praise you and praise you for every little thing you do. Your head will swell. When they praise you like that, take pen and write down that thing that you did that made them praise you. That is what I do. My boss and I, we have what we call evaluation. This feedback that we always have, and then she would put it in a document and she would be telling me what I'm good at. All those things I'm going to put them on social media much later, but I don't want to do them now. She will tell you what you're good at, where she wants you to improve, and all those are your strengths. Now, that strength that you have, translate that strength into benefits for your clients. How do your skills solve their problems? How do your skills help them improve their business? Because that is the problem. They have problem, you have solution. Now that strength that you have, how can it benefit your clients? And when you have done that one, then you need to keep it concise and easy to understand. And that is why one thing you must do as a virtual assistant, you must have an elevator pitch. Thank God for ALS. When we had this virtual assistant training, that was when I started practicing. Of course, which is the next point, test and iterate. The elevator pitch I had then is not what I have now. Because as you grow, you'll be making some changes. You'll be changing it. You will be, improving upon it. Over time, as you gain experience, as you learn, and as you grow, you'll be changing. Okay, what is that your elevator pitch? You might find yourself one day you just jam your helper, and you have just 30 seconds to be with them. Can you sell yourself in 30 seconds? Can you sell yourself? I'm going to talk about Okoye Chinelo, who is one of the people I'll be using as a case study in this training. The way she said that she was able to land a client just in less than 30 seconds in the elevator. People, when they call it elevator pitch, it is for a reason. It's not just for a joke. People have signed deals in an elevator. I'm telling you, but it doesn't happen without proper planning. You need to. That's unique value proposition. That is what you sell in 30 seconds. If you, as a virtual assistant, you are not able to sell yourself to someone in 30 seconds, you're not ready. You're not ready. And you just have to start practicing now. After this program, after this boot camp, go home, sit back, and start working on it. You need to work on your unique value, especially if you are intentional about your career as a virtual assistant. So, building your personal brand, I'm trying to be as fast as I can. You have to choose a memorable brand name. Now, this sometimes is different for someone who's running a business, and it's different for someone who's trying to build their personal brand. If you are trying to build your personal brand, of course, it has to be your name. It's just like when I was looking to name my business and I was having issues with name. Dave knows about this struggle, So what I want my business name to be is Thankfulness, right? But I was having issues with people telling me, when I get Thankfulness, I'm hearing church, I'm hearing NGO, I'm hearing all of these things. So I had to sit back again. Yeah, Dave, I'm worried that guy. Oh, but Dave, when you see me during this event, I bet you me. I'm worried your life. So this brand name, I even had to talk. This man called Ken. His surname is not coming to my mind, but he's one of the top people in the world. And I met him on Micromentor. So I sent him a message and I said, sir, when you get Thankfulness, what comes to your mind? And he said, that's a very beautiful name, but when I hear it, what comes to my mind is NGO, what comes to my mind is non-for-profit or church. So I had to sit back and I want my name to be memorable. I know the reason why I chose that. When my boss, whenever she does, when she comes, oh my God, I forgot to do this thing, and then I say, oh, I've done it, and then she's like, oh, thank goodness. That is the feeling I want. Even I was privileged some time ago to have an interview with Fred Swanika, even though sadly I didn't get the job. But during this interview, all I told him that the name of my agency is Thank Goodness Admin Solutions. He was like, wow, that is memorable. That is. Once I am able to establish it, it is me. Whenever anyone hears it, they'll be like, wow, thank goodness. Since today, my boss sees that whenever we are in a meeting, and then someone says, thank goodness, and then she'll be like, yeah. It is memorable. People hear it, and then they're like, yeah, all those kind of things. So you have to choose something that will always leave people's mind. I'm sure us here, sometimes when things happen, you always say, thank goodness. Yeah, sometimes you say, thank God. Mostly, but people like saying thank you and all that. So it is memorable, and you have to craft a compelling. What is your brand story? If you have been opportune to visit my LinkedIn profile, you would have seen mine. I had to shoot a brand video, and last 2 weeks I was opportune to have my brand story shared with the ALX, during our FLD. So FLD is this program that we do, this 1 hour program that we do every Friday, as an organization. So I was able to I can't tell you the doors that story has opened for me since that program. Let me not even go into the details, but you have to craft something that speaks to people's heart. What is your brand story? What is your why? If people are able to relate with your brand story, then there's nothing else left. And then for people that are into businesses, you have to have a logo and visual identity. Of course, this one is for people that are into business. If you are trying to build your personal brand, you do not necessarily need a logo. But of course, your social media platform should have, like branding. You should have like some color scheme. You're not posting green today, blue tomorrow, yellow next tomorrow, orange, color riot. You should have a color, even if you don't have a brand logo because you don't do business, you should have something that makes at least a social media platform visually appealing. So, how do you position yourself online? Positioning yourself online. This is one thing that I learned from my business coach. I promise you, I've learned a lot. And this my business coach will be spilling. She's going to be spilling truth because she's going to be a part of this summit. So if you are here, you don't want to miss this summit. She's going to be speaking on the summit. So one of the things she told me is you have to identify your target audience. You are saying your target audience is US, UK, international. No. Your target audience is one. If you are trying to run a business and you are trying to create your customer avatar, your target audience is one person. For example, she told me, I work with everyone, but when I create my customer avatar is for single women, who are, like all those single mothers. Those are the people I want to help in my business. So, who is your target audience? Who are you targeting? So I have to sit back and ask myself, who is my perfect client? Because the way clients are there, when they are looking for employers, for employees, they have someone in their mind that they would like to hire. It is still the same way you, as an employee, should have the kind of person that you want to work with. Every client out there is not for you. So who is your target audience? Who is that person, who is that client that you want to work with? And then you select the right platforms. I tell people there is no right and wrong platform. I have had testimonies, in case you've not had, of people getting jobs on TikTok, of people getting jobs on Twitter, of people getting jobs on Facebook, of people getting jobs on Instagram. But of course, LinkedIn is your part of them because it's a professional platform. But there is no right and wrong platform. And do not put your egg in one basket. Do not make that mistake. I did. And for 2 weeks, but they tell me. The day that I slept and I woke up only to find out that LinkedIn just shut down my account for no reason. They restricted me without no warning. And that is where I have been focusing on my energy, all my strength and everything. So that is why I tell people there is no right platform. But of course, the reason why I will talk about LinkedIn all the time is because you have the 80% possibility of getting quality. The rates they offer on LinkedIn is different from what someone will offer you. When you go to Upwork to find jobs, sometimes someone is offering you $3 per hour. So nobody is going to offer you that thing when you're on LinkedIn. Clients you get on LinkedIn are always quality. Yes. So then again, that is why I say, depending on who your target audience is, that is where you select. That is, if your target audience are business people, there is an 80% chance that they are mostly on Facebook because Facebook is easier. You are looking to target small business. It is easier for them to have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, and all that. But if you're looking to work with CEOs, you're looking to work with all those working class, maybe CEOs, top level executives, LinkedIn is the best place. So getting the right platform for you depends all on your target audience, who you are looking to reach out to, who are looking to work with. And then LinkedIn, of course, I'm going to say it over and over again. Make sure your LinkedIn platform is optimized. No, when I talk about optimization, I don't mean you must be posting 10 times a day, 100 times a day. You can post 3 times a week, 2 times a week, and you will still have a banging page. All you have to do is just make sure that your headline, when people look at your, you don't need to click on your full page. When people click, there's something. I was in this audio event, and someone said that, I think, okay, it wasn't an audio event. I think it was how ma. So I was watching this video that she recently put out, and she was saying that she had the opportunity to, try to accept connection requests, and she noticed that unconsciously she was accepting people based on their profile picture. She wasn't even reading what was on this people's page. It was just based on their profile picture. She click accept, decline, accept, decline. It was happening unconsciously. That is how it happens. You have a profile picture and you're only showing them one side of your face, or you are using face cap to cover your head, or you are bowling as if someone is struggling land. You should start from there. Then you should have a banner. Your banner should, that should be like your working billboard. Even when you are sleeping, someone can come to your page and then you are speaking to them even when you are sleeping in your house. That is what optimizing your LinkedIn profile, your social media profile does. It sells you even when you're busy sleeping and snoring. Now, professional websites is not, when I'm talking about professional website, I don't mean you building, like a website with a domain name. That one is for people who have gotten to a certain point in their career. But if you are still starting, you don't need a high value website. There are more websites you can build. Even Canva now can build websites. There is Wix. You don't even need to purchase a domain name. All you need to do is just be able to have small design skills. Post about what you do, how you help your clients, post your portfolio, the jobs you've done, recommendations, reviews, and all of those things. And you also have to have goodnessintheway.com. Just attach it there. You can have a beacon page. Your beacon page can sell you even when you are sleeping.
Yeah.
Your link tree, all those things. So you should have one. Go to Canva. If you have a little bit of design skills, go to Canva. There is website, select it there, design something, copy the link. That's your website. That is why when I see people, when I say share, of course I have this issue when I was starting out, when they say your portfolio, and then you are looking at maybe share your website with people, say share your website with them. They're thinking they want you to come bring a professional. No. When they say professional, it doesn't mean, you are building a high value $1,000 website. No. It can be something that is as little as something you design on Canva, and then you copy the link. You can even customize the link. Not everyone can afford to get a domain name. So let's kick this off. So what are the practical branding tips? We have content marketing, we have blogs. Some people, it is their blog for them, even though they're on social media. So, and the reason I think I had someone say that the reason why they focus on their blogs is so that if Instagram or Facebook or any of the social media platform want to push shakara for them, they'll just leave them. But they have positioned themselves. There is someone, people know them. And once they start looking for them, they will go to their blog and they will find them there. So you can use videos, you can social media, of course, newsletters, and that is one thing that Howard said the other day. He said, if you are on LinkedIn, make sure you have your newsletter. Make sure you have, and it has, AI has made everything easy. So consistency is key. Don't sleep today and then wake up and post whatever you like. Hey, you can't pick anything that comes. No, you have to be consistent. If you're going to be posting 2 times a week, make sure you're posting 2 times on the same time, on the same day, consistently. Don't be like me, because at the point I became inconsistent and all, but I'm trying to control myself now. So if you want to brand yourself, you have to be consistent. Engage with your audience. Don't post and post. You post, that's it. If you are going to be busy during your time of posting, do not post. You need to engage with people at least 20 minutes before you post, and then you post, and you engage with people at least 20 minutes after you post. Don't come and be replying to. I'm not saying you should be living on social media, but I'm just saying that you should be able to engage with your audience. When they leave questions, make sure you answer their questions politely, do not be rude. And then monitor online reputation. Sometimes I pick up my phone, and then I type random names, the people I know, just to see if anything will pop up on social media. I even did it with my husband. Nothing happened. I don't see anything. But I can confidently, probably type my name on Google, and something will show, and something that will show is something I'm very, very proud of. So now you, as you are there, you're looking at me, you're watching me, you're listening to me. Pick up your phone, type your name. Are you proud of what you're saying? If you're not proud of what you're saying, when you type your name, you need to go back to the drawing board.
Very.
So I think the next thing we have here is case study. So these are the successful. I'm not going to talk too much, but these are the two people. Of course, there are millions of them. I cannot write all of them here. There are lots, but Okoli Chinela, I think she's one person, and how am you've had me, I've called her name at least a million times here. So these are the they've kept my dear, and she was like, yeah, go and post that bill, go and post that bill. What I hear their names, I know them, their names have weight. And I'm using Nigerians because we are all Nigerians. I don't want to start posting international people. Stephanie, I know her. She's a VA. When I hear names like that, there is something that comes to my mind. What comes to my mind is their unique value. That is what they are. That is what people are saying behind their backs. That is who they are. So these people it's not limited to this just names, just me. They are 1 million. If I start writing their names down here, the paper will not stop. So the actionable steps, I'm going to be having a recap of what I really hope that you learn something. And can you all still hear me? Anyone here, can you all still hear me?
Yes.
I honestly hope
Yes, we can.
I honestly hope you are learning something, So the takeaway for you today, my advice for you today is, now there is a difference between branding and social media following. You can see, of course, there's what you say, naturally. When you have value, people follow you. When you position yourself, you don't beg people to follow you. They follow you because you have what they are looking for. So if people are not following you, it is possibly because you are speaking to everybody. And when you're speaking to everybody, you are speaking to nobody. You need to have people that, if you are writing content, you're speaking to this one person. Because it is not just that one person. There are a million other people that is just that one person. But when you're trying to, you're writing for business owners, writing for CEOs, writing for you have not started. So you should go back, think about all of those things that I've shared with you, and then you start from somewhere. And that somewhere I want you to start from is asking yourself, what is my why? I have been opportuned to ask people, why did you become a virtual assistant? During my interview sessions with them for my YouTube channel. And of course, all of them have answered perfectly. But I know my why. Why did I become a virtual assistant? It's for the money. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It is my number one. It was a driving force. Every other thing, which is, of course, different from what we tell our clients. Of course, because I cannot be telling them when you are interviewing with them. But I know my why. So, why do you want to become a virtual assistant? Why are you a virtual assistant? Who is that person you want to serve? Who is your target audience? Who is your client? Who is that one client that you want to get? Which social platform is the best for me to get this client? How do I communicate my value to this client? If you are able to answer all of those questions, trust me, you are on your way to branding yourself as an expert in this field and making yourself stand out in the crowd, because noise is too much, there is too much noise. I'm not like I'm trying to create awareness. Trust me, it is going to be more competitive for us in Nigeria. But there is something that Chinelo said. Do not compete with someone you are supposed to be collaborating with. Don't go and compete. That's one thing that if you see me rapping on people, following them, let me not go and start competing with my destiny helper. That's why I'm following Dave now, Mr. Dave. You are following Abiyanuju. You are following all of these people. The sky is big enough. So when you're on social media, and also when you start positioning yourself on social media, please do not compare yourself with anybody. These ones are just advice that is different from what I talked about. But these are some things I want to share with you. As long as you are reviewing yourself, you are evaluating yourself, and you are doing everything right, don't go and start comparing yourself with people that have already. No. Instead of competing with them, collaborating them, standing to their DM, praise them. Oh, I would like to, maybe they host LinkedIn or do events, and then you go to their DM, oh, can we co-host, can we, and then, that is how you put your feet in the door. It's just like when I started talking about this event, I reached out to some people. They were already doing these things, and I went to them with partnership opportunities. They declined. And I don't know if it's a threat or I don't know, I cannot say, but that was how I saw it. Maybe they felt threatened, or maybe, of course, it might not be the reason. It can be because it was truly inconveniencing for them. But I'm just saying, do not compete with people that you are supposed to be collaborating. Don't go and be competing with you. Instead, learn from them. Go to that page, pick one or two. What are they doing that is working for them? Try it out. Be willing to try and error when you're starting out. Yes. And as Esther said, mentor. The reason why we have mentors is so that you don't repeat mistakes that people have made. One thing that my business coach told me is this: don't have 5 business mentors at the same time. They are going to confuse you. Because everyone does not have the same. If you want me to be your mentor, you have to listen to me. You have to listen to me and only me. Of course, you can learn one or two from other people. But if you cannot, it's just like, okay, for you to go to this destination, you have to follow here, then you turn to your right, and then you get here. And then someone else is telling you, oh, for you to get to this same destination, you have to follow here, and then you turn to your left, and then you turn to your right again, and then you turn to your left again, to your left. It's going to go. But yes, you're going to get to that destination. But before you get there, all the blood in your body will have finished. So when you are looking for a mentor, find the right one for you. Pray about it if possible. Because there's a reason why they say follow who know when you do, so that you don't miss that road that you've missed. So I've come to the end of this session, and of course, you already know me. My name is Goodness. You can check out my website, goodness@goodness.com. I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I don't do every social media now. I'm everywhere now, so you can find me everywhere. Yeah, so now I'll be taking questions if we have any.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Goodness. It was a eye opener for me. The part that struck me most is the part where I see the rubbish I'm doing online. I'm that vulnerable, you know me already. Rather than actively, intentionally engage people, I go to go and look for trouble. As though my guy is not. It just looks like I'm catching cruise. It's a pointer that wherever your target audience is, and you respond to their needs. I have a long document, Google Docs, on content that I need to push out in my own specialty. But like both of us, we are engaged in many other entities. I really appreciate it. I don't know if there's anyone with questions. Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Good afternoon. This is Anna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that lovely session. It's indeed an eye opener because I've been very inconsistent online. I'll show up this month, next month, I'm nowhere to be found.
You're not alone, my sister.
So, one thing I get stuck with sometimes is to know the right content to put out. I notice that most times, yeah, we have different kind of AI tools to help us generate content or at least content ideas, and then we can now build on it and all of that. But sometimes I usually feel this thing is looking, these ideas are kind of generated. Everybody's posting something relating to this. So it makes me feel like let me just wait and maybe I should sit down and not post. I really don't want to put out something that someone else is putting out or something that is not really having depth. Yeah, I want to put out something that is very unique that you hardly find anywhere else. So that gives me it's always a challenge. So I don't know. Are there things to look into to
Yes.
put out content and all of that? Thank you.
Yes, that is a wonderful question, Hannah. And I asked that question to my business coach who gave me. So she gave me this workbook. And because it's you, I'm going to share this workbook with you.
Thank you.
So just slide into my DM after this WhatsApp and then I'm going to share it with you. So she shared this workbook with me and it had a lot of questions. I just had to answer all of those questions and I didn't answer it in one day because it needs critical thinking. And it had some of the questions I talked about earlier. Who are you? What do you do? What are your clients' problems? Because coming to social media is not for you to post. You are coming there to communicate with your clients. I'm not talking about even when you have 100 million people on social media, they are not the people you are talking about. You are the one that know your clients and you are creating content for those your clients, not for all the virtual assistants in the world. And if you're able to create content for that client that you have, that one client that you have in your client avatar. If you're a virtual assistant, you must have a client. If you don't have a client avatar, go back after this session and start creating it. When you do that, it's going to take just one opportunity for that your client. And of course, how do you get them to see you? You have created that client avatar, you found them on social media, you engage on their social media platforms. That is how you get them to see you. But before then, you answered all these questions in the workbook, and then you have filled in. This is one of the things in the workbook. The name of my client dash related the client's name. My client lives in dash. Like you answer all of those questions in that work. And whatever content you are creating, you focus around that client. And then how you get them to see the content you are creating is by going to their social media platforms, which is what takes us back to finding the right platform. Because you need to know where your clients are for you to find them. And for you to know where your clients are, you need to know who your clients are. So, one thing I want you to take home with today is your social media platform is not for everybody. And if your social media platform is not bringing clients to you, then you are not. I noticed at a point, the only people that my social media LinkedIn was bringing to me was virtual assistants. And then when I went back to analyze, it was because I was posting content that resonates with virtual assistants. So they were all following me and they were all in my DM.
Wait, how much BS do?
That was last year, especially during the ALS program. So when you create content for this set of people, they are the ones you attract. Because when they come to your page, it's their last bus stop. So if you are creating content for your client, for your customer avatar, for the kind of person you want to work with, now how to generate this content is by focusing on their pain points. So that when they come to your social media, this is speaking to me, this talk to me directly, stop cutting. That is when they come to you. So when I share this workbook with you, Don't let please, no matter what you do, don't copy and paste ChatGPT and post on your because it is better for you not to post at all.
Don't copy and paste
But if you are
ChatGPT.
able to answer all of these questions and you write down all of your clients' pain points and you write down the solution you bring to them, you can copy that thing. There is a training that I'm going to be a part of, American Society of Administrative Professionals, which is where I got my certification. It is going to teach us how to use ChatGPT correctly. And it's from the preview, you notice that you can customize ChatGPT that it speaks as you, it talks as you, it like you load it in such a way that when you copy from ChatGPT to use it as people don't know that it's ChatGPT that you are using because you have fed it with much information. The reason why ChatGPT is messing people up is because ChatGPT doesn't even know the tone they are using because you've not fed it with the right tone. So there is a right way of using ChatGPT and it's working. I know someone who is using it. She's a wizard at ChatGPT. She uses it for her newsletter. She uses it for her blog, and it is converting. It is working for her. So the reason why it's boring and all of this is because you've not learned how to use it the right way. It's a good tool for you to use, but you need to answer all of these questions first to be able to. The issue of content is not even creators. They say they have block, at a point. It happens to everyone, but trust me, even if it's just 2 times you want to post in a week, that 2 times will speak directly to your clients. But as long as you are, even if it's just 2 times, make sure that you are posting consistently. That's 2 times. So, which means you can create 10 contents after answering that questions, and that 10 contents will run for 1 month. And it is not when it comes to LinkedIn. That's one thing about that is beautiful about it. It is not about the contents you create. Mostly, it is about when you engage with people. You can have just 1 content you're posting a week, but you're engaging with people. You are reposting quality contents that align with your values, and you see you are still getting your clients. So I hope that answers your question. I really do hope it answers your question.
Yes, a whole lot. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. So, Dave, I just want to say thank you.
Yeah. I'll steal it from you. Don't worry. Yeah, even I don't know. Is there any other person with any questions? Okay. No questions. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Thank you.
I'll rush everything I want to do because if I don't meet the event.
No, you don't need to stress about this one. You know the main one. That one.
I know the main one. I'm
That one.
coming for that one. Yeah. One other thing. Okay, I think that's. Or I wanted to say something regarding what you mentioned regarding giving ChatGPT the right prompts. It's after that is my witness. I'm creating a chat list prompt. ChatGPT prompts that can help you converse well. And I realized it over times I've been using ChatGPT. ChatGPT just started last year, November. And I discovered that ChatGPT is actually your VA. Your AI VA, and it is what you tell it to do that it will do. There was a day I gave it a particular prompt. I told ChatGPT to ask me 3 questions. And so ChatGPT asked me 2. I answered the 2. I was expecting it to ask me the 3rd one. It didn't ask me, it just generated the content. So I prompted it again. I said, why are you behaving like this? I asked you that you should give me 3 questions. How about the last question? You have not asked me. And ChatGPT responded, oh, I'm so sorry for the mix-up. It was funny. Oh, I'm so sorry for the mix-up. Okay, so then he asked me the question. And when I answered, the content it created was entirely different from what it had created earlier. So if you don't know how to It's like you talking to your babe. You don't know how to talk to your babe. You will say the one that she will break bottle on your head. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you so much, Princess, for
Thank you.
having us. We really appreciate you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we look for more and more collaborations in the near future. All right. Do have a successful event. And right about now, we would go on a break. 20 minutes break before the last speaker comes on. And this 20 minutes break, get to know yourself better. Fight with who you want to fight with. We've seen ourselves virtually for a while. So fight with who you need to fight with. Network with people you need to network with. And in 20 minutes or less, we'll be having the last speaker. Now she'll be speaking to us about the needs of an executive. And like our speakers have earlier said, if you don't understand what your client needs, you will not know how to serve them. And if you cannot serve them, you don't have a client. And if you don't have a client, you would continue to do God when. So we don't want that issue of God when. So she'll be speaking to us on the needs of an executive, what an executive needs, and how you can position yourself as a VA to meet that needs. So, that will be all. So we can, in 20 minutes break, if you still want to come on, you can join in. It's going to still be the same link. Still going to be the same link. Thank you so much, guys. Welcome. Still
How have you been finding it so far? I said everyone is tired. I'm already like I think it's already in the background. Have you ever put that there? The day that how have you been finding it? What have you been so far? First speaker, second speaker, third speaker. So how did you do it that you came? You got my video, yeah? Just strengthening that video. It was just direct. That was just
it wasn't trending.
no, we say we dey threaten now. We just dey talk wetin we go through simple.
I will retreat.
But I'm so happy you were able to come around. When I saw you, I didn't even know it was good. It was nice. I don't know. So welcome. So how did you find this agency? Do you think it's worth your time? Yes.
Say the truth and let the devil be ashamed.
This is not what it's not. Àwọn tó retí ìṣubú rẹ̀. Àwọn ọlọ́run yóò jẹ́ òun sí dópin.
Amen.
Started to watch your back.
Ẹ̀rẹ́ ìṣẹ̀ wà báàgì mi.
You see that we have actually a lot of work to do here. I think we'll be going on break this September.
What did she say about charges? Because I did not get what she said.
Oh, she was saying that she was going to embark on a training on how to properly use ChatGPT. So there's a way to use ChatGPT and to bring you a customized response. I won't train.
It's her own training.
To us.
It's
The
not
American, that certification she got. How many years want to train their staff? The only benefit you can have, maybe they recorded it and my friend said, Anna, take it. So they feel I'm collecting a workbook from goodness. I'm going to our private key.
my love.
Who know you?
Won't you send it to me?
Do I know you?
Love me genuinely, my love.
I'm not you. Now I want to stand at
Let me stand.
I got it right and I don't want to go into I don't know how to stand. It's a strong issue.
Okay. How has it been so far? How to start?
Ìrẹsì. Àbí swallow wọn tó ń wà jẹ́nsì
Yeah.
kìí ṣe.
Amala.
Kìí ṣe kí ṣe wà ẹ̀kọ́ sí gbogbo eyín tẹ́yìn. Àwọn mi ti máa ata mi fẹ́ mi ò fẹ́.
No. How many of you
But
are
it's
in
not a
the
pity
back?
that Papa was too much. I was just distributing Papa. Is that samosa and spring roll and maybe can you be 5-5? They make keep Papa. Get out. That's the idea.
Really
But
good.
I loved it. Thank you so much, guys.
If I don't want to thank you for anything,
Papa.
thank you for the purpose.
Did you buy pop this morning? Did you buy one?
Janet, you be quiet. What do you think? Describe how has been the sessions for you. What do you think about lifeguard? You come and say, what do you think about lifeguard?
That's what that you put in my defense at the beginning. It's the one that opened the door. You see why I'm shouting? You see why I'm shouting?
Now, that is Anna's mentor. Then I'm just her official office boyfriend. That is Anna's mentor. So we just talk
Person that follow
back to back.
for 9 years.
Back to back. And I attend some of his meetings. And anytime I enter, his work that used to carry me out. Because normally I don't want to be. Now,
Everybody's super loaded. That guy runs a branding firm. Although I did my branding from virtual aid, from beginning to
from
end, my
back
logo,
to scratch.
from he's my business coach, he's my life coach, my personal. In fact, from here I'm going to give reports. How do they live life? And
The only thing that
Esther was talking about accountability. When you say
Yes.
you have a mentor, you need to be 100% accountable.
accountable.
When I get a new client, it's the best person out there. Sir, this person came, you say, do you think this will be to this, will be to this? Okay, sir. But sir, this one, maybe but I'm still learning to be more accountable because if you're accountable, you won't take an offer
Without
without
their consent.
their consent. But it's really been the one holding me. When I wanted to leave 9 to 5, told me it's not yet time. Wait. I cried. But I waited. His wife who said it's not yet time. But I said, wrong with double. Go join. But I waited. When it was time, I said, sir, I want to leave now. He said, now you're convinced. Before you were not, now I know you can leave. And what I'll be with my business and everything. I've known him since he was in Funab. Studied statistics in Funab. Studied STS. Did STS in Funab. So I met him in 2014. I met him in church in 2013. But we became close. He became a mentor in 2014. If not for that, I can't even be here. But if not for God used him a lot for me in the area of personal development, in every area though, both school, both life, spiritual, physical, mental, business, and all wise. And happy to come. He was already late to somewhere. His mentor is also having an event at 3 p.m. The event
3 p.m.
That's why I had to rush. He couldn't stay with us.
And all of this training from him was free. In fact, let me start by saying all our speakers are coming to speak or have spoken to us without collecting with them. They're based on relationship. It's one thing I really want us to work hard on this next phase of our life. Anytime we are on our meeting, on our general meeting, and I tell you how many people have been networked with on LinkedIn and all of those things, me, I know people like Morenike and Yellow Popo. Morenike has influenced Yellow Popo so much. Yellow Popo, ask her the last time she posted on LinkedIn. For herself.
No,
Does she even have a visible LinkedIn? That's the question. When last did you post on your LinkedIn? She said she wants to check. No, she doesn't post on virtual earners now. It's just her own.
Like sharing virtual post. When they post on your
That one
own,
is not. Like the one that you sat down, told me see was someone that I gave assignment.
Tell me to come and sit down here.
Come and sit down here. We are having
I
family
want to
meeting.
put you on the spot.
Janet, come and sit down here. Yeah.
See how I'm eating because I believe I'm in the midst of family.
Yeah.
Is in the end. You get ready and get
Yeah. We have less than 15 minutes for this. We have less than 15 minutes for this. The truth about it is this. It's a rare opportunity to have this kind of. You said me I should be my own, should be now off your own.
You are in front of a speaker now.
I see you now, but still not.
So it's a rare opportunity to have this caliber of people speak to us. I have been wanting to speak with Esther for a very long time, God knows when. This babe had direct access to her based on the relationship she built with her during the training. I had direct relationship with Ignes, not just because during the training, but after the training. There are a lot of things that we've done with ourselves. And that we've done for ourselves. That we have done for ourselves. That we've done for ourselves. And it's remarkable that this is just still a small circle of influential people. What I mean is this. Life is in levels, is in stages. I still see myself as a very broke nigga. Very broke. And when I mix with you can't mix with it's something that I'll tell you, say no. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Let me shock you. I have $0.54.
Try it, see me feel the
So
it's still a no. 2 years from now, it's still a no.
Say yes. So it's in levels. There are people that are earning in thousands of dollars. If you know me, Anna Morenike, they know that I don't like talking about Naira. I can spend the Naira, but not anymore. It's a mindset shift for me. So some people are earning 1,000 per month. Some are earning 10,000 per month. Now they are in levels. Now me, I'm still earning in hundreds. You see, I'm still a broke nigga. And my goal is to hit $300,000 at least. I chop on like this. I'll just go on a long break. But what I'm saying is this.
So your mission for being a bee is to earn money.
Now, the end point to all of these things is not only just so that you become wealthy and you live life, it's also to impact. Now, if you don't know, you cannot impact what you don't know. And these people that are here today, it's God that brought them, it's not even us. Because if it were to be us, if it were to be by us, I've offended some of them. If it were to be by personal, I've offended 2 out of them. You get what I will say, and goodness, we shake ourselves. Be surprised. Now, what am I saying in essence? If after everything that we have heard today, we don't go back home, this is really I want us to do ourselves a huge favor. We don't go back home. It might not even be today because we'll be tired. No, tomorrow we are going to church. Monday we will have our final meeting for the month. And then on Tuesday, you now sit down, do everything. I trust God that before then we should have all these resources that we have been promised, both from lifeguard, from goodness as well. So we will go through them. I was telling him that I read 26 books in 6 months. I'm on my 43rd book. I'm on my 43rd book. And I am writing, and I am writing one funny book like that. I don't even know whether I want to sell it or not, but I'm just writing it. Now, when he mentioned that he wanted to read 100 books and then he read 73, I was like, okay. Now this is what we don't know and we are killing ourselves with it. We talked at length. I would have loved to play. I didn't record. He didn't know I recorded our conversation. It was just myself and Anna that know about it. And I would have really loved. I would have really loved to share it with us. Yes, I know about that. But me, it was one thing that he said. I was like, I have to re-hear this one for 10 God. We spoke for about 30 something minutes, close to 45 minutes. So I recorded 30 or less than that. So if at the end of it, we now still come out back again and we are still the way we are. These people that are wealthy, that are well to do, if you check out their routines, this is what you should do. I'll send one of the ChatGPT prompts that I have. Put it on ChatGPT. ChatGPT will give you the day-to-day activities of wealthy people. It will just mention some wealthy people depending on the area that you choose. If you choose for social media marketing, it can bring this American guy, Alex Omonzi. He will bring that guy out. That guy is a mad copywriter, very dangerous fellow. He will bring him out. If you check out their routines, you will see that these people don't have time for movies. Movies are not bad. I downloaded a movie overnight that I feel I should watch, but I slept 4:50 and I didn't watch it. It's not because it was bad, but there is no time. As much as there is no time in the game, still, it is you maximizing your time such that you are not all activity and no results. The truth is this. Last year when I was talking to my parents about what I am doing, we are a recruiting agency, we are this, we are that, they were like, Adi, come and sit down, let's talk. When do you get serious with your life? I was like, you go marry man. You go marry. She told me, it wasn't my mom, it's moms that used to insult people more. Dads would just be like, Mama, that's not free. But you see moms, I don't know. But so she was telling me, I started this business, stop it. I started this one, stop it. I did the recycling company. I registered it, I dropped it, I did this, can you go? I was not saying, I was not giving and they were real excuse because the economy is real. You need money to fund business. Now it is just this our own now that we are seeing it that all you just need is your time and your data.
It's still money.
Of course it's still money. It's still money, you still have to buy data. But looking at the possibility, the return of investment, if you do the right thing, you discover that the return of investment is way much more. Where's my diary? I was writing out list of people that I want to reach out to. I just got their names on Instagram. Real estate person is there. Reva. Real estate person is there. And I looked at it that I can slide in and just sell myself. But there are people that also need this thing that we should do the same. But we don't. We don't. And it's never going to help us. But we'll still remain in the same position. Now this is, he forgot to mention that statement and I will say it. He said that devil is, he said the devil is skillful at making you believe he is the one at fault. And if we look at it, all of us, we have said village people, we have lied against these village people too. We have.
Janet.
She's thinking about her life, I know her. We have. But if we look at, just itemize it, what was your day's activity? What did you do all through the day? As an agile, yes, but I don't think they are hearing it. As an agile scrum master, one of the things they taught us is this: we don't plan short-term goals as 3 months, 6 months. We don't even plan long-term goals. We plan per month. This month, at the end of this month, this is what I want to achieve. I break it down into weeks, and I break it down per day. Even if it's one task I achieve per day, I do it. My social media platform is not active because it's not a priority yet. Why? I should. Why for me? I love you too.
I'll pay
You pay me. Oh God, you are hired, never to be fired.
automatic. $0 is every naira.
It's because I don't put it as priority. Why I am not putting it as priority is because I am on some funny, weird platforms that you have direct access to business owners. They need this thing. I will do it. This is what I'm going to do. Maybe in our next meeting, or maybe when we resume, I'll just share my screen. You will see those platforms. It's just that it's only Americans that can register in all those platforms. It's terrible. But I love you. I love you too.
I love
you too. Now these business owners, they need, if you check their profile, they tell you one of the platforms is that the name of the platform is that sky is the limit.
Okay.
Sky is the limit. And on that platform you can apply for grants. I'm even going to come to that grant issue. You can apply for grants. When you apply for grants, you would have to hit a particular milestone, then you get the grant. Now, the way you hit that milestone is by networking with people. And if you don't know how to network, you don't know how to communicate, you don't know how to interact with someone to the end that you guys participate in one milestone or the other, you will not go get the grant. So, and when you check their profile, they tell you this is the business they do, and this is what they are lacking, this is where they need mentoring and they need help. And when I look at it, I'll be like, I can fit in onto all this. This person can fit in onto this. Wherever he knows, she can fit into this. But then when I now look at everything, it's not matter of yes, I am ready. Okay. Yellow Popo, you understand what I'm saying? It's not matter of yes, I am ready, yes, I will do it. This babe, when she told me she got her second, when she told me about her second job, goodness, when she told me about her second job, she just told me about the first one that she has gotten a job on Upwork. I was like, hey, congrats, this and that. 3 days later, I've gotten another one, I've gotten a job on Upwork. She just said, I've gotten a job on Upwork. I was like, hey, you have told me before. She said, no, another one. Hey. Another 2 weeks later was when she got the third one. And I was like, madam, how are you balancing? She said the moment she got the first one, she told her husband, my dear, can I get a nanny? The husband said, why not? Go ahead. She got a nanny. The nanny was staying with them and all of those things. She just went around her own family life thing. But what I came to understand is this same thing what Esther said. Bring up a standard to the point that they doubt whether you are in Nigeria or not.
That thing hits me. When they were asking her, are you Nigerian? Are you African?
This is what Camille did. This is what the best speaker, this is what she did the first time we started working at home. She was like, what time is it? What time is it over there? When I told her it was 3 a.m. You're not asleep? I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I've been working with US time zones before now, so I'm kind of used to it. She was like, oh, okay, cool. So the day I told her that I had a network glitch, she was like, really? She didn't notice. Because Spectranet messed up, I carried this one. As I on this one, as soon as MTN started to misbehave, I just took my Glow SIM, chook inside my 100 on hotspot. So it was not looking as though I was still online. Lights no go dey, I will on jet. When I see that I don't have money for fuel, and I those hotels, I'll just tell her that I'm broke. I see that I don't have money for fuel, carry my laptop, beg Naija shop, straight. Nobody is fighting me. Nobody knows that I'm CEO. It's you people that know, and all of you that know, you are not in Ibadan. You are not here around my house. He said the book that he mentioned, not to give you a form. Don't care. Don't care. Don't. It's a painful truth. I tell my wife, I tell her, because she'll tell me, my grandma wants to have a birthday next week, and they actually he's at this is at Badagry. And they charge me the money they want to charge me. They charge me the money they charge me the money they want to charge me, and for I paid what I want to pay. That one that I paid, that I told you that I paid, was more than what they charged me, was more than what I paid home. So I shall lock up now. They now said I'm going to go. I'm going to come. I said, by God's grace, I know for sure. And it was looking as if yeah, she's going to meet her great grandson, and I'm not going to go. They can go, me, I'm not going. And my mom was like, what will they say? What will they say? I don't know me. I don't care. It's not because I don't have a personal relationship. No. But the truth is that when you do good, people will talk. When you do bad, they will still talk. When you don't even do at all, they will still talk. So why not do what you do to make yourself happy? And let them say all the things they want to say. If it is pepper, you are going to carry the day. I beg, I don't want to even mention all of those stuff, but the truth is this. If at the end of this whole thing, that's where I'm just coming out. If at the end of this whole thing, you don't look at this is what I really want to do and you push hard into it, number one. This is how I want to operate, this is my value, this is my standard. And you maximize it in the sense that, like what that babe said, let them doubt that you are in Nigeria, say. Let them doubt that you are an African. With the kind of integrity you put out, let them doubt it. With the kind of standard you put out, let them, with the kind of excellence you put out, let them.
I notice about UK clients.
UK clients are not normal, they are not normal people. And the reason is because most of them are Nigerians that just transit into. So the
lady I work with.
I know. Oh my. No.
I'm looking for how to better close that deal, like close that relationship. It's still open-ended.
No, leave it open-ended.
I even want to ask her for feedback for the work I did for the month. But the attitude, it's the attitude for me.
That is UK.
She's a Nigerian, but she's based in
It's UK. It's UK. It's
UK.
UK.
They're telling me that they have a test for excellence. So they're always very only for excellence in Tomiaf.
They are just rubbish here, set of people that are just trying to.
I think you want to work with. If not that pounds is more.
Now, I know. I get. Now the
US clients are sensible.
The thing is see, I will tell you, find clients in the US, find clients in China, find clients in. I'm serious. One say find clients in Russia. Say if you want to. That's where AI can help you translate perfectly.
Are you sure it's perfect?
Perfectly, my dear, perfectly.
Well, that's someone like working with some people in China. China have companies in
Yeah.
China, so she is working directly with the Chinese.
Let me just with her now. Let me have a romantic time. Now, power up your excellence level. I had a client that said, oh, she cannot work with me again because of low funds and all of those things. I said, no problem, it's fine. I didn't say anything. She still came back again. I was like, low funds and all, but I can still afford it a little bit. And the reason is this. I went to her Facebook. I saw that she had hired someone else that was way cheaper than I was. So the person gave her a tough time. Challenges, problem, and issues. So that's what she paid for. Let people find you irreplaceable. Let people find you irreplaceable. I'll gist you some sweets. We are gisting about this communication. Let people find you irreplaceable. Please. It is this month. Please let me chat out that she's coming on live now. That she should join the meeting link. You can send the meeting link to her. Please, let us, whatever we do, all excellence. Then the way you would engage with clients, the way you engage with people, it should be such that I commented to one, I made a comment to one TikTok video 2 months ago. I have received ouch. Okay. Here I am to worship. Here I am to...
husband that will pay me in pounds for being his wife. That's the criteria.
That's
And I don't do second wife. It's only one wife.
You don't know that. A whole spec.
The complete spec cannot be doing second.
So, if she responds, fine. If she doesn't respond, we
I
might.
think we are okay.
Eh?
It's not on.
If she does not respond, we can have her during any of our meetings. We can just have a one-on-one time with her. It's as easy as that. But for me, with what my ear has heard today,
If you have to resume night shifts.
we will have to resume our night work.
Hi. I confirm the setting.
Please.
But guys, we are open if there are need for guidance. And a lot of things have been said today, and so things will not be extremely clear or crystal clear. Get us. So if there is a need for guidance or whatever, we'll get the recordings so that we can listen again. Listen, I know like that listens after this ministry, after this
I listen
like
to
that
my own
itself,
messages.
we can listen to about 20 times. Like that we listen to your message 20 times. How much does someone else's message? People are just intentional about their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about intentionality. Intentionality starts with you. It's not even what you do as a VA now. Me as a person, what do I can you make me shake? Sorry, I'm switching this over, but I don't want to just, for me, David knows, I don't want to just live a life of mediocrity. I don't want to do it. I want to be there and they know that there's a force standing as long as I am. I want to. I'm not sorry. So that's the way I like it. I'm not sorry. That's what I used to try for at all times. And it's not like as if there is one juju way to eat or one quick fix. It's a process like that said. And everything is there. I don't think that somebody can complete in a day. In fact, it's one after the other. It's a process. It can take a year to build momentum. But by the time you start, people are like, how has this person been? It took a year to build it. Some people they can rush and say they want to make money. It's beyond making money. It's about making an impact. It's about being a voice. It's about purpose. It's beyond making money. We will make money, yes. Funny enough, when you are pursuing your purpose, money will run after.